episode immediately.
Immediately doxed ourselves forever. Welcome to the show.
Sorry,
I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry, I got
I
you in
got
trouble
myself
for
in
never
the other
doing
day.
that.
Just randomly said numbers and it was my for some damn reason.
Well, that's
Like-
not random.
I
Nobody repeat what Anna just said about
He
Kate.
had your contact open and he was reading
I
it, the
guess.
last the four digits.
Bunch of heathens is right. All right, so we got this, we got this. I think we got visual, we got microphone, we got sound. All right, we're ready. So Lydia, that is stuff that you know that the others don't know yet.
Okay.
You can share it with them if you want to when the time is right.
Okay, I can do that.
But her default mode
Don't
would be to
share.
share with nobody. She's probably worked alone for her career thus far. But you have a complication on this job in that the things you're supposed to recover, the person you're supposed to recover, is missing. They're reportedly not where they're supposed to be. They are supposed to be at at work, and like my staff, they're not. No, they're supposed to be at a archaeological dig site. And reportedly they are not. Reportedly they may have been kidnapped or taken from the site. And so, given that escalation, you have picked up, there is another version of the contract. You have your contract, but there's another version of the contract that you're working with another broker, and he says, I know a bunch of people who would be great for this. They would be perfect fodder. You could just send them in ahead of you, watch them die, laugh, and then you get the job done and collect the paycheck.
Okay.
And they're called the Click Boom Gang. And what your friend does not know is the Click Boom Gang has been brutally murdered to a man and woman. They've all had their heads separated. Some of them may have had their heads spoken to, I'm not sure. And they are face down in the river.
Ooh.
Face down in the river.
Ass up.
And we begin as your friend, Slassy.
I suggested that you were a pizza delivery person who just stumbled in.
That's kind of how it's going to start.
Cheese. You guys are not who ordered this. Hang out anyways?
We'd eat it though.
Can you still eat pizza if your head's severed? That's the question.
Sometimes
We'll find out. I mean,
The actual fuck.
nothing is impossible. Let's just say.
yeah.
Slash Vinton, or Slassy, as he's known on your side of town, is a broker. He connects criminals with crimes. He connects heroes with dilemmas. He connects people with problems. And he takes 10%. That's it. That's all he ever wants is 10%. And so he's helping you find some fodder. And he leads you down a road to the south side of town, so far out of town that you wonder if he's plotting your death and maybe you're the target. You're sort of a paranoid person. That's how you've survived this long. But no, Slassy doesn't have anything up his sleeve. He's innocent. Sort of. And he leads you to a hidden cave and he goes, well, that's weird. There's usually a guard out here. And he creeps down the stairs. You creep very quietly with him. And you hear a group of voices, a group of women voices, singing and chatting and bitching at each other.
Oh my god.
And when you and Slassy peek quietly around the staircase, you see an underground hideout, which is obviously the home of the Click Boom Gang, rumored to be down here. And you see an underground dock with a rowboat, a little pier, and the main river flows through this cave. It's a really cool hideout. And these women are whistling while they work. And they are two-handed, like two-person carrying bodies and swinging them 1, 2, 3, chucking them into the river. And another couple of them are just going through the pockets of other dead bodies that are laying face down on the ground. And Slapsy's like, have we caught you at a bad time? You all don't look quite like the Click Boom Gang. Are you new in town?
What are you implying?
That you've got some fashion sense. Look at these dolts. I'd chuck them in the river too.
Chris looks up from one of the bodies, just blood smeared.
Oh God.
Yeah, I would also like to sense mode
Sense mode.
on that hoe.
I just stand there stone faced from my just chiseled. Life made me.
Are you gonna be a giant fucking edgelord? Because I'm gonna
Yes.
just double your salary.
Yes.
I can't actually, but I would if I
I'm just
could.
gonna stand there like this.
You need
Life's
Yes.
too rough to this point.
go hard in the paint.
Chris,
Yeah.
would you like to prestidigitate? Are you good? Small jet of water. Don't want to drown him.
Now he's
He
covered in blood.
immediately gets covered.
Sense motivating, but I rolled it 8. We're just not good.
It's pretty good.
Crisp has rolled around in one of the bodies. Just
Oh,
to
you're-
get
yeah.
you back for the
He's
prestidigitation.
Damn it, Chris! You just got this place.
You guys.
my notes. Shit.
Yeah, they appeared to investigate the Click Boom gang getting disposed of,
Yeah.
We would
which we don't
have
have
any information.
We don't know anything about that.
You don't know anything about that.
So the Click Boom game.
Drops in a
has been
heart.
He says, far be it for me to question your honesty about that statement, but is that not the Click Boom gang you are chucking unceremoniously into the river?
Don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so be it. Are there any of them left? Did you get them all at least?
We had nothing to do with it.
I have a to-do list.
All of who?
Decide what to do with this and keep the underground layer.
What are you, a cop?
No. I'm a broker, and I'm pleased to meet your acquaintance. If you're a new crew in town, just, clearly wiping out the competition, with some competence, I might add.
Thank you.
I had a job for the Click Boom gang, and I really need some muscle.
Someone to do it, right?
Yeah, and it pays. It pays thousands of gold.
How much thousands of gold?
Well, it depends.
Okay,
It's a rescue, see? And if you rescue the target alive, there's a lot of money. And if they're dead, it's a lot less money.
do we have anything left to do on our last shit?
Well, I never found the actual things we were looking
Yeah, we're still looking for the new bars.
for. When would this need to, what's the timeline on
sorry,
this
the
project?
art.
Urgent. Target is
Yeah, sure.
Get back to the nudes thing later, or
the nudes.
I'm interested in
Expand Ood's name.
You mean the Califaso nudes or the Duristan nudes?
Yes.
Why do you ask?
Who are we referring to?
Well, I helped the Click Boom sell some nudes of Lady Califaso, but
And where were those sold to?
all over the place. Everybody wanted those.
Everybody.
She's popular.
I had to know some secrets on Lady Califax.
We do.
let's I think we
Exchange
should
for a prize.
do the mission,
What's the price?
and then we can.
If we do your mission, will you tell us what you know?
Yes.
Yep, and we do want the money.
We also want the money.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
for that.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
Money and
I've got
information.
nothing to lose with her.
Well, this is as you've already met. This is Agu.
I guess so, yeah.
A goo?
And Agu will be sort of taking point to ensure this mission is completed and reporting back to me. We've worked together before, and I look forward to working with you on it. If you need those paintings back, I can help you arrange to buy them back, although they'll probably be at considerable markup.
We will already have some money from what you're suggesting. Yes.
Well, let's see here.
We also have a lot of crap that we recovered from the Cliff Boom gang.
Would you take the Durastans instead? As part of the deal?
No, but I know someone who will buy the Durastans off of you. His name is Durastan.
I don't know anything about Dragistan, by the way.
No.
You have the Dragistan, the mythical Dragistan?
No.
Okay.
I happen to have a healthy appreciation for drag.
So does Lord Durastan.
Yep. If only he dressed like that all the time.
I rolled a 18 knowledge local. Would I know this guy? that with my family being a crime family and him being a little crime broker?
He is a small-time crime broker. Thousands of gold sounds a little big for him, but he does produce a document, which clearly came from whoever he's working for, and he lays it down on the table and shows it to you guys. And it looks like this. You see the rescue bounty?
Is that called a quarter foe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quarter foe is... I won't even make you roll since you just did a good knowledge local check. Quarter foe is the biggest university in the city. Research, magic learning, history, knowledge, everything. It is the big, expensive school. And they have a lot of money and actually a lot of power in the city. And Quarter foe Archives is the primary research arm of that school. And it looks like, with your 18 knowledge local? Yeah.
That's what the numbers
A
say.
fairly famous professor is the rescue target. And if you should recover Professor Martin alive, you will be paid 2,000 gold. If you recover all of the artifacts Professor Martin had planned to deliver to the city this week from the dig site, that would be 2,000 gold. If you bring back a dead Professor Martin, they would still pay 200 gold just to know that they are dead. And Professor Martin has with them a number, maybe a dozen, research assistants, grad students. And they're worth 10 gold each, dead or alive. Fuck you guys.
My dead body.
Nobody cares.
That 10 gold actually goes back to Slassie.
Yeah, it goes
I
back
don't
to-
want them.
I get 10%, so really you're getting 9 gold ahead for the grad students.
You owe me if you bring them back.
Grad students gonna look like all of us when we find them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so funny. I can't wait to see me.
No, they're pretty generic.
Um,
I don't want to get your hopes up.
the trans one is me, so I'm just already calling it. So yeah, okay, that sounds great. We'll be happy to help you find Professor Martin and bring
Now
him back to life.
Let's do it. I'm excited.
The client here was specific. All the artifacts recovered from the site must be returned. Some of them might be valuable, some of them are probably dumb little trinkets you wouldn't imagine they would care about. You know, some person that lived 1,000 years ago's toilet brush. For some reason, it's worth a lot to these people. So you, yeah. So that's the deal, and I will start working on getting you a buyer for those Durastans. Because Lord Durastan hadn't been seen in a while. He's probably doing one of his meditative retreats again.
All right, Crisp. No snacks this time. Do you understand?
Does he want some of the cheese? What do you eat?
He's busy chewing on old Clickboo gang.
Yeah.
The ones we haven't thrown in the river yet.
They are mostly going in the river, and let's see. If I bring you guys over to here, this is the Click Boom hideout layout. Let me get a Lydia token here.
So is this the same evening as we got here?
It is later that evening.
Crispy's little baby velociraptor. Yeah, I thought so.
Partial remains acceptable for research assistants. All right. I brought these arms.
This is, shall we say,
Just
left
two-
ear,
Keep the click.
left ear.
If we get two different arms, we gotta dress them in two different sleeves so we can double the amount we get.
Oh my gosh, so
The remains we haven't yet thrown in the river, we put them in
I bet
other
you're little.
outfits.
what's that?
You just put them all as research assistants.
Says, you know, I can hear you discussing that. You said that out loud.
We're just joking. We're reasonable people.
Take a fucking joke, dude.
He says, well, I wish you luck with it, and Agu knows how to find me, and there's a Agu will signal me and send me a note, send me a runner, and then we'll arrange for the drop down by the docks of the valuables. And of course, the principal, you'll just return them to freedom back in the city, and they'll prove themselves that they're alive. Well,
Well, it's nice to meet you, Agu. My name is Kelda Ironglim.
Greetings.
I'm Lyrian. This is Chris.
Please don't tell anyone that's my legal name.
Okay. I am good at keeping secrets.
Okay, sounds good. You might know of Ironglim smelting, which is,
Yeah.
keep it on the low.
okay.
You need not tell me your story, your shoes, your voice. Your scars have done it already. I am Abu Klondas. Limb. I solve your problems others cannot even see. For a fee, of course.
Lovely.
Well, are the rest of you gonna introduce yourself?
I'm Luke Handlebean, and I'm a gnome, and if we need to throw me later, that might be a thing. That's fine.
I feel like food assistance.
I like hot dogs real bad. I love them.
Lou says this, by the way, with an actual glass of wine, like leaning off the side of the table.
Hot dog.
Taking the dog, dumbass.
And I might be licking some stuff in the future.
Oh,
armed and
she's a real licker. Watch out.
Yeah.
Lick things. Keep your hands and arms inside the.
It's a good thing I'm completely
Oh,
fine.
I can get outside the vehicle.
Real bad.
I am Talus. I am known for loving cheese.
Yay.
I am no shade.
Is that also an Izzy character trait?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
All your
Kayla
characters love
Cinematic
cheese.
Universe.
Yeah,
Love cheese.
the cheese cinematic universe.
Yes, why not?
Pleasure.
I withhold all other information.
Good to know. I can respect that.
Pass a bite of cheese to Chris. Noted.
Gets a big tongue, just licks around his mouth, getting the blood off of it. He's learning things from Lou that none of us wanted or expected him to.
We're teaching other their things. He teaches me and I teach him.
If you start biting,
Start.
the ideas, ma'am.
Okay, so I was in the bathroom. Where are we gonna meet and do the next step?
I have moved your stash to the center table here. Some of you, I'm not going to say who, are vastly overweight from carrying extra loot.
is it the person whose name
It's
is
me.
next to a bunch of stuff?
It's definitely me.
I'm not anymore because that's why it's in the back.
For example, I'm not sure you need to bring along a shovel and 2 paintings of Duristan.
Kelda is in fact.
You can put things in this storage bin.
You finish writing my name.
I put the thief coat on, which is my new shit. So,
Anything you don't want to carry around. This game does punish you for carrying too much junk.
yep.
Boy,
I'm
don't
gonna
I
put
know.
these linens in here because I know that was a problem, and then I'm going to. I have a declurb, but I don't know. Can I use declurb?
You could use declurb. It is in every way worse than
I know that
than
my
your-
kukri is like my thing,
Much better.
so I'm gonna put declurb away. Now I'm back to a normal weight.
In this
Looking at my inventory.
in this pistol thing here with the fire behind it.
Go to the
Put it
thing.
in,
The thing in the middle of the table. Open it as a menu, and then you can drag from your inventory into it.
I have these catacombs that actually. The Dragistan painting, I'm gonna still keep in my bag because that's mine.
You can just keep your name.
I'll go.
I've done that.
It's literally hurting your armor class,
I'm gonna
your
say
climb and
Dragistan
swim skill.
belongs to Kelda.
I gave Kelda my lipstick to write her name.
Okay. Okay.
So we're taking the expensive pieces of art we want to sell,
Kelda wants to keep
scribbling
that
on
one.
it in lipstick.
You know that like
That's hers.
He's not getting the Dragistan back. Okay.
One of them.
I'm just gonna put it in the
Yeah.
box. I have my name on it because, like,
Good to know. I'm looking at the hand axe that used to ruffle my hands if I steal it.
yeah.
Did I
The
put this in
face
the box? Oh,
cards.
We'll bond later. I need to trust you first.
You know nothing about
I think we will trust her after this mission.
Yeah. I still don't trust it.
As it goes in D&D.
From what we've heard about this Duristan guy, if you were to ask him to sign that portrait so you could keep it, he might do it.
I'll be like, yo, you look so pretty. Please.
If you explain that you value it enough that you would never share it with anybody else.
Should I be
That was a
proficient with
personal
Alchemist Fire?
choice. Personal choice.
Possibly. Do
Taking
you have
the-
any knowledge engineering ranks?
Taking
No.
the alchemist fire.
My knowledge is only about the rich.
fucking
And arcane.
doesn't lighten
It's
my
not very hard to
goddamn
throw it.
load.
So-
Just a reminder, you can't
Hands
use those
off,
bad
bitches.
hands either.
Steel.
Hands off.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Vintage steel.
I'm looking at.
Picture it's written in lipstick.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep
Down
the
this-
slim steel for myself. Because I love the Minecraft movie.
Anything else in here? I want to
Okay. Great reason.
Yep.
I forgot we have some wands and scrolls. Hey, there's an unidentified scroll in my inventory.
Ooh.
Okay. Roll spellcraft.
Will we use to remove your hands if we steal you?
Yeah, I saw that.
Can I possibly use knowledge arcana? It's better.
Ooh, chocolate. I cannot
Spellcraft
think
is
I
the
can
identified
do
skill.
Okay. Because I have a dodge score in that, but
I'm
Oh,
gonna,
totally fine. It is a scroll of
I'm gonna
anti.
carry more stuff.
Oh, thank God. Load up your shit. We can use
That's
that.
kind of boring, but I've seen that there's more stuff added to the 3D dice settings, so
Oh, that's
I'm going to make use of that.
Oh, that's true. You can modify if you get into Foundry settings at the top right and click on Dice So Nice. You can modify your dice that it rolls whenever you do anything.
Dice to shoot.
Now the party will spend 30 minutes fucking with their dice.
Well, I didn't want to do that.
You all playing with a bunch of girls.
That's got nothing to do with it. You,
It's like a Sims create thing. We're like, oh no.
I've never seen a pack of humans that didn't go way too hard in the paint for that
Oh.
mod. Yeah, yeah.
The dice?
Graham, would you show Sarah where the config is?
Look at the roll.
Go to configure settings. Go to
The dichotomy of dice.
Oh, I was like, is it in here?
And then I just
That's
type in
everything.
dice.
That's the full spectrum of what that die can roll.
Hell yeah, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, mine was
right
kind of boring. It was
I got
just
it.
like
Thank you. I just like swinging the fancy new sword.
Hell yeah.
I'm doing it way too close to everyone for comfort, but yeah.
Guys, check out what I
Walking
did to my
Yeah.
dice. Let me
Look
do
at this.
Let me do this real quick.
Isn't it beautiful? Cuts off an inch of hair from someone. It looks
Do
better
it
that
for
way.
me. I got a lot of hair.
Whoa.
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
Fancy. Very fancy.
It represents my love for money.
Good.
What?
Very glad to have that represented.
Good. It's good.
It's important. It's like my core value.
This is a capitalist campaign.
Ask Kelda. Well,
None of that C-push bullshit.
Kelda's more just
Fuck
greedy.
C-push. Say while wearing a t-shirt.
Okay.
I mean, it's
I
the
wouldn't
bit.
say the way she gets money is through capitalism. It's more through
Hell yeah.
crime.
What's Lassy's race?
He's halfling.
Okay. Feels like.
He's a somewhat middle-aged halfling.
He's got a salt and pepper thing going on.
Beware the old man in the career where people die young.
Mm.
So true, bestie.
You got any rings on you, Slassy?
Run rings around you, little whippersnapper.
Oh. Aren't you precious?
Yes, I am. I've done 30 years of crime on my boyish good looks.
Okay. I'm ready to go when y'all are.
No longer cumbered.
It rolling into the
Those are.
Are we all somewhat less cumbered than we were?
Yes.
Yes. We're unencumbered of Ustalov.
Kayla.
Encumbered Ustalov.
You're more cumbered than you were.
What?
Did you pick up new stuff?
Oh no, I guess
You
I
added it.
asked if take was.
No, I was gonna say take is to add.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. You'll want to drag those things back over.
How do I make them go away?
Let's see. I will help you by just chucking them in here. Let's see. And you want to park the paintings?
Yes.
The Rogue Prince of Ustalav, the Goat with Goats, Duristan and
with
Blackwing
goats?
Vale, the Lion Sleeps Tonight. Somehow you had Dragistan in your backpack. You guys need to keep an eye on her.
I've also had a copy
Anything
of
I
Dragonstone.
took, I wanted to give back.
You're gonna need to keep some of it for our mission.
If you steal from me, I'll
Well,
have my name on it.
I see the main problem is you accidentally took 18 oak logs.
I wanted to leave those. I wondered why I had them.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit
Yeah.
of getting used to, I would say.
And 5 declurbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You don't
wondered
need
why I
them.
had so many with me. So
There we
I was
go.
trying
You get to
sort
juggle them as we walk down the street.
You're still going to be slightly heavy, but for appropriate stuff like pipe bombs and cheese.
Yes, that tracks.
Oh.
Never forget the
Lions
things
is
that
nice
matter
and
to you.
You took all the drugs and booze too. I'm going to park some of that back in here. You want to keep the jung nugget? The weed?
Duristan Rising is kind of fun.
Drugs mentioned.
What's the one in
A
what's
miracle
the one in
piss.
schedule 1?
Miracle piss.
Miracle piss. You want to keep your jung nugget and your miracle piss?
Mine is
You're carrying 9 pounds of cheese, bro. I'm just gonna move some over.
Yeah, get rid of
9
the cheese.
pounds?
Yeah. that's
How'd you
what I was-
manage? It says the cheese wheel is 0 pounds in my inventory.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be a pound each. Like
Oh.
if we correct for this.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is do this. And I'm going to say maybe you take 3 pipe bombs and leave 3 here. Because they are heavy. Ah, so close. There we go. You are now at light load. Full armor class. You'll have an easier time fighting. And you're bringing along 2 pipe bombs.
Yay!
Okay.
Yay!
Pipe bombs, yay!
Pipe bombs!
Just a
What is
back,
that?
like
Yay!
20
That's what
logs
I'm
of
thinking
wood
of.
on her back, armloads of cheese,
Thank you.
fucking red face veins popping out of her neck.
Like no one can
I don't know what you'll need.
Just add it to my
Cheese.
Cheese and ball wood.
Press writing on everything.
We learned Talus is a prepper. She's like, oh, I'm gonna go hide these somewhere.
I do feel like I know it's a goblin trait, but I do feel like Lou needs foul belch in
Yes.
her system,
We'll see.
and I say that specifically.
We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Agu, you know the destination of the last scene of the target. And it is called Site 17. They just number these dig sites.
Yeah.
There's 30 or 40 of them in the immediate vicinity around the city. And Site 17 is maybe half a day's walk outside of the city. It's not really very far.
Okay.
So you guys could go now, or you could rest and go in the morning. But again, the contract is to have her alive, and she's maybe in captivity
Yeah.
from. There's a lot of nasty folks out there. There's sort of rogue gangs of bandits. There could be critters. There's Ustalav. This whole country lives in constant fear of zombies and skeletons. It has a long history with that sort of stuff.
I feel like we should roll out now, and I think people will have fully charged spells because we just leveled up, right?
No, but you are rested.
Okay.
So yes, you are correct.
Yeah, so let's fucking roll.
Everyone is rested.
Let's go.
Go knock some heads together.
Yep.
Slassie says, good luck, Agu. I hope I don't see either you or them chucking the other in the river when I come back.
You would have.
I would. But not yet.
See, because I just saw you doing
We like her thus far. We have no
Yeah.
reason not to.
These are my allies. I don't think I would do anything to them yet.
I was gonna say you don't know that well.
I mean, none of y'all have pissed me off yet. So, I think we're good.
this massive city. You can see that you guys are on the southwest side of Caliphus Bay at the Clickboom hideout. And you will have to travel northwest up the road through a couple little rural towns. Little suburbs of Caliphus, sort of. And you'll turn northeast, heading up the road, past your favorite bar. Or at least your favorite bar for sawing people's heads off in the stables.
Mm-hmm.
The Rusted Dragon Inn.
Chris,
I
don't
didn't
have a
saw
photo
him.
of that. Chris, leave it. Leave it. Come on. Leave it.
Remember that? That was epic.
Just walking past, he's over there like,
Don't worry about it. Just fond memories.
Talus, you can see that lovely little gouge in the road that always fills with mud right in front of the sign that you mistakenly dove face first into last time.
Do you need a prestidigitate? Be okay.
You notice as you're walking down the road, she is chewing. You don't see the cheese, but she's chewing.
Hot eating.
Maybe that's some cheese real bad.
You guys walk through the city, past the Cop Bar, the Houndstooth Tavern. Never going there.
Be casual.
You
More
don't
like
even.
the Pig's Tooth Tavern.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't enter the city proper. You exit out the north side of town. Don't want to mess with going through the gates on the west side. Just come out the east side. You walk basically all the way around the northern perimeter of Caliphus, and it is quiet. There's snow coming down gently, but not too bad. It's kind of that pretty type of snow, slow and quiet. There's been weeks of blizzards, and this is the weather relenting. This light snow that you have. The calendar, it's not showing up for me, but it's basically about January 17th. Galarian, they called it Abadius, but it's January.
Abadius 17th.
That's right. She's a baddie. She's a baddie.
She's Abadius.
And you pass the North Road, past the sort of lakes and streams that contribute into the river that drains into Caliphus Bay. And you stand looking out over the rural expanse northeast of town. And those of you who are good at the survival skill, I'd like you to roll that to choose the correct direction to reach Site 17. Aggie knows basically where it is, but anybody with survival can help navigate. Survival skill we use for tracking, telling which way is north, south, east, west, etc. Kelda, give somebody a +4. Talus.
It's on my 24.
Oh yeah, Lyrian. So with help from Kelda and Talus Consulting, Lyrian says if Site 17 is where you say it is this way for sure. And you have a total of 28, so you're pretty confident. You guys walk for many hours. Sun goes down. Gets very dark out. Moon passes overhead. Pretty sure it's close to midnight. It's just walking through the dark. There's enough moonlight that the humans can kind of see where they're walking. Those of you that have low light or dark vision are completely fine, of course. That would be Talus and Kelda.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit dark for Lyrian and Tommy.
We trust them.
But you could cast a light spell if you're really worried about it. Are you guys walking down the road, loudly, singing, laughing, carrying on? Are you being subtle, quiet? Are you skulking?
I believe we should probably be subtle and quiet.
Yeah. Tonight.
I like to ask, just to be sure. Sometimes the answer surprises me.
We're not always the subtlest of people.
Yeah, I've seen your other character.
Hey.
Yeah.
Out here in the wide open expanse of the wilderness, it's more difficult for Lou to lick things. Everything's farther away.
Have some cheese.
Got it on.
Nighttime. I can see like a normal person
Got
at
it.
night.
You know, it's not too bright at night.
So I should have left him.
Mm-hmm. Just be like, oh, I don't sleep over.
Yeah.
Heading down the road, following Lyrian's directions. Aggie, you know that it's supposed to be 2 lefts and a right this far outside of town, and there should be an advanced campsite up, which means a whole bunch of tents that say Quarterfoe on them, QA, Quarterfoe Archives. And You can roll perception checks, everyone, as you're walking through the dark at 2 a.m.
I love that my dice kind of glows.
I just want to know why Connie rolls better than all my other characters put together.
So far, give her time.
Yeah,
It's because she's.
that's true.
That's the
Got all
secret.
the luck. Damn goody two shoes could never.
As you're walking down, Talus, to the north side of the road, it looks like you guys might walk past them, but then you realize you got to say something. There's in the snow drifts 100 feet off the path. There's a bunch of lumps, and they're 6 or 8 foot in diameter, about 4 or 5 feet high. And you're like, what the hell are those lumps? And you're like, they're probably tents covered in snow. So you think you found Site 17 camp?
All right. Is there like a code word or something?
Banana hammock.
I love that. Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Oh! You look like the 4th of July. Caleb, grabbing all the children's sausages. I know we said we wouldn't say it again, but...
It's far enough in that they won't.
Quick,
Yeah, you can't say anything horrible in the first 10 minutes of a
Yeah.
YouTube video. That's the rule.
I think it's been lost on that.
It has.
It's been like an hour.
We're fine. So, bunch of lumps in the snow. What do? What
Should we
do?
cautiously do a little brush?
Investigation. What should we do?
Hold on, hold on, hold
Tips
on.
at all?
I'll send in mage hands so we don't touch it with our actual hands in case there's a trap.
Should we potion our sword?
Yeah. Because the last time I did this, we all almost died.
Don't point at me.
Freaking Gollum!
It weren't me.
It worked me.
Oh, that Gollum. Yeah, I did try to stomp on your neck.
You did.
Yep.
But you didn't. But you didn't.
But I didn't.
Yeah, like,
Someone talked me out of it.
Test us out, and then this thing came in, hit me with a sleep spell, it almost crushed me.
yeah, hit everyone with
I
the.
got the entire party with this.
Freaking ridiculous.
And then we didn't play for like 2 or 3 weeks, so they were just
thought we
waiting
were
for the.
gonna die.
But guys, I thought it was farther away. They were gonna not get me.
Yeah, great,
Me.
great stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have mage hand?
I just used it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay.
You did. Hi.
You brush some snow off, and yes, you see canvas tents that have a Q and an A, a faded logo for the university on the side.
Alright. And nothing jumps out to kill us?
No,
Alright.
Any signs of life?
nope. There's no tracks in the snow.
Uh-oh. And they had like all the snow build up. Do you think something happened?
Think we get the reward if we bring back frozen grad students?
They did say any conditions.
Dead grad students.
Grant sickles.
Yeah, grad students.
Oh. Even pieces of we could just like get a hole in the top and just like
We
pull
should.
some stuff out.
Look around inside, right?
This guy's gonna be worth triple. He's got big fingers.
Good for the bestie.
Yeah, we should
Jesus Christ.
sweep off the tents and see what we can find.
Yes. Let's look around. Let's have a look-see.
You know.
I'm gonna roll perception.
Let's perceive.
+2 to notice unusual stonework. She's a freaking dwarf. Apparently all dwarves are good at that.
Racist.
Stereotyping. I don't know anything about cobblestone. Just kidding.
Nothing killed us
I
with the
don't
mage
wanna
hand, so now we're trying to get in the tents and look.
Okay. It is becoming apparent to us that people are not thriving in this place.
Yeah.
Based on the number of tents, you would think 8 people probably camped here. When you look inside the tents, which there are no bodies inside them, no one's there. There are bedrolls stacked like they must have been stacked like cordwood in most of the tents, except one. And there are 15 people camping here, and one tent has 1 bedroll in it, and the others all have about 5 cramped right next to each other.
That's one of them. That's the one.
Kayla's thinking of the second floor thing, or the GA bolt
Most
ends.
of them.
Been there.
Is that gonna read it out loud? Like I'm
Yeah.
Tony.
did.
Yeah, I have the sound a little low, but a little.
I'm gonna keep
Hooers.
this up on the recording. Hooers.
Hooers.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh,
She's classist.
most of them.
Their whole thing.
Most of
I
them.
forgot she's fucking rich.
Most of them.
She must never let us forget.
That's okay. I'm classist too. I'm just not
Remind
rich
you every
yet.
few minutes. Well, did they leave anything but the bedrolls behind?
Well, I'll keep your 28 survival. Lyrian's still walking the grounds carefully, looking for signs. There are scattered tools and signs of wear on some of the trees, things being hanged up there or leaned on them. And wherever the dig site is, you believe it is fairly close this direction, north, off the road, farther away from the camp. The camp close to the road, but the dig site's this way.
Would it be normal for them to be out digging at this hour?
2 a.m.?
Probably not.
No.
Yeah.
It's
dark.
Also, nobody's been here for 2 days at least.
It's the snow-covered ticks.
Put in somewhere.
They've been taken.
Kidnap.
Do we see anything like out of place that would be odd for this crew?
Clues up there.
It depends. If you think this remote field research project was run by Kayla or Prime.
Gosh.
If it was run by Prime, then yeah, there's just sort of like a shovel laying here, and there's a backpack over here, and there's an extra boot without explanation here. Sort of signs of a struggle. Maybe a pit fight happened over here. But if a more organized person was in charge of this site, it speaks of people being dragged away violently.
Oh boy.
Hmm?
Well, that explains why we're on this rescue mission.
They must have been here.
Hey, Agu, did our friend Slashy mention anything about why he didn't walk out here to get these guys?
I think that the situation may be telling us exactly why he's not out here.
Oh, he doesn't do that. He gets his
He-
10%
he's
without
gonna
ever
say
getting
he
his
does.
hands dirty.
He makes me do the dirty work.
Did he, did anything happen just before he decided to head out on this trek? Or send people out?
Classy, no.
No.
He came to you and he
He
said
just said that they're missing, we need to find them. If we get the goods, then we get paid.
Okay.
and you knew this job was coming. The information that you have about it,
Yeah.
you got that first, and then this other job, this
Popped up,
this
yeah.
information from Slashy came, and you're like, okay,
Yep.
so it's like a job within a job for you.
Mm-hmm.
Jobception.
Mm-hmm.
Same for us.
Episode title.
Jobception.
Jobception is
Gonna
a
put-
fine nominee for episode title.
I'm gonna start calling multitasking.
Jobception.
I'm gonna do that when I listen to my audiobook and play a game. Jobception.
Perfect. Okay.
Alright, guys, looks like there's some signs that people got dragged off that way. Should we,
They were dragged through here. They were dragged from the dig site, past the camp, and left by the road, you'd think. Based on the way things are kind of flung, it's hard to tell what.
they were left by the road?
They were taken away
Oh.
that direction. But wherever happened with the attack, it happened, you think, at the dig site.
So, given that information, do we want to go to the dig site or should we follow the bodies? I mean, people.
Follow the bodies, I think.
Follow the bodies. Follow the
They very stupidly did not think about the tracks in the snow. They
Bodies will lead
covered
us
their
to the-
fucking tracks.
Study workmanship.
Yep.
The only reason I bring up going to the dig site is there could be some evidence
true.
to let us know what we're gonna run into.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually like I didn't mean to say that's actually. I meant to say that's a good point.
You do think it's close. And from what Agu has heard about it, it is underground.
So it should be protected.
Well, it should be out of the weather at
Yeah.
least. Yeah. It's survived hundreds of years, whatever it is.
There might be
It'll
more
get warmer.
cheese.
Who knows if they.
I don't
July.
really want to promise any cheese at the dig site. Hate to disappoint you know who.
Probably not. You know who?
Cheese.
She has a name.
Cheese breath.
Cheese bread.
We have a name.
Cheese bread!
That's also a
Cheese bread
the
McGee.
title.
Well, we're 30 minutes in, and the session is named Cheese Breath McGee after Kayla. You must be so proud.
I am very proud.
You should be.
I totally missed what happened. I was like reading the stuff in the boundary.
We said we were talking about cheese and how you have cheese breath, but now you're cheese breath McGee.
Yeah. Can I pinch off a piece of the wheel of cheese and give it to you like a Scooby snack every time we need some?
I did not think that's what you were gonna say when you said control.
I mean,
I
we can just get a
Thank you.
little fishing rod and kind of tuck it in behind her shirt and just kind of.
Oh, I like it. That's what I thought.
Oh, I gotta
Sorry,
I gotta
Taylor.
say,
I was
Taylor's.
very hyper focused.
I was like,
just top mayonnaise.
your face
so
got really red. I was like,
But it's headed for it. It's headed for mayonnaise territory.
is that episode title.
I gotta warn you, best case scenario, Kayla. You guys, we play this for years, and you're 17th level, and they're still calling me Cheese Breath.
And you have acquired
She
so
has a
much
last
cheese,
name,
you could start an
thank you.
empire.
It's a thing.
I was gonna say Cheese Queen.
Breath
That's much
McGee,
nicer.
second of
We'll
feminine
get there.
flavor.
Right now, Cheese Breath McGee. Someday,
Cheese Queen of
Queen.
Calabas.
The Cheese Queen of Calabas. You guys could open your own cheese rate. Let's not get too far off topic.
It'll go well with the wine.
Yeah.
It's rare
There'll
that
be some
you're the one
whining in a
helping us
minute.
be off track.
Oh, yeah.
Down into the hole.
So are we
To the hole we go.
So down in the
The
hole?
hole we go.
Into the hole.
Lou, don't lick this hole.
Jesus. The episode was nothing but episode titles.
Remember when you wouldn't tell any gross jokes because you thought I was too nice?
Well, I didn't want to scare you off too quick.
Let's climb in.
Got to get you hooked on the fake parts of me before you meet the real.
The real one.
Exactly.
Just like my persona, I'm very nice and professional, but then there's the
I told you, as long as you're not a manicured mustache, ducktail with a side shave, and horn rim glasses dude named Randy.
I am not.
Yeah, that's what I thought I got.
I know.
I told her, I said, the history department's like, we're sending you a GA. I was like, great. But it turned out to be Lydia.
Yeah.
Absolute win.
My hair, my baby soft.
And
dark
everyone
hair.
touched Lydia's hair earlier. The recording didn't capture that, but everyone did. If you haven't gotten to yet. It's-
You can if you want.
And not yet. touched
Yeah.
his hair.
I do too. You have curly baby here. Oh yeah, I recognize that here.
Yes. Well, I was like, it's really soft if you want to touch it. And then everyone had to touch it and
That's very good.
Not me, though. That's an HR thing. Not me.
submit the report.
That's an HR
I'm-
thing is also an episode.
I'm cool with it.
Obi Flinderson.
Reminds me of the time Tim touched my hair and then went, "It's soft," like he was surprised.
It's because you're so hard all the time.
Whoa.
Very tough.
Phrasing.
Talking about that
Phrasing.
No. Moving on, let's get back to the murdering and the kidnapping.
Let's go into the hole.
Let's go.
All right. Now that we've covered that Lou should not lick this hole, we're gonna go in.
There's no cheese in the hole. Don't lick it.
Everybody get up in there.
Yep.
All of my ed majors from college would have said,
Yep. If you hear my voice clap once. I'd like to pull that one.
Catch a bubble.
Marshmallow clap.
Okay.
Keep going.
Walking through the woods, you're looking for the site real quick. If it's close, you're gonna go to it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's fairly close. maybe a quarter mile through the snow. You find your way there by discarded tools, broken items. Again, it looks like it's several days ago through the snow, so it's hard to tell for sure, but definitely there was sort of a protracted struggle. It's a bunch of people dragged off a bunch of other people. And for too long, you realize you're looking at sort of some rocks jutting out as the forest goes up into rolling hills, pine trees in front of you. Then you realize you're looking at a wall of rock, and as the path curves, there's a dark opening there that Lou immediately wants to lick. And there are carven stone pillars with a plain carved stone archway over the door. It's about 6 foot high and 5 foot wide. And you can see a number of tools and packs and rope and other gear stacked around the sides of the doorway.
Yeah, what do I gotta roll?
Whatever you want to do. You want to just sprint in there?
Well, I gotta be a little careful, right?
Nah.
So I'm gonna. Would dungeoneering help me?
No. Well, actually, as a dwarf, you have some inherent bonuses of this sort of thing. Go ahead and roll a dungeoneering check.
So we back in the line.
The pillars are local stone, so is the archway. Clearly, they just shaped what was perhaps a natural cave, and you can tell from here they did so expertly. The reason this is here centuries later is the people who built it were very smart architecturally.
They're probably dwarves.
They called it a mine.
They called it a mine.
Oh, mine! No!
Children yearn for it.
Friend.
Okay, I'm gonna do perception and just see if I can
By my
find
fucking
any.
teacher.
Do I see anything interesting?
Looking in?
Yep.
Well, you see a gentle ramp downwards into the side of a hill. And as you're peeking from the doorway, you see a 9 foot tall, the passage opens up into the hill. And there is a 9 foot tall figure there, which you very quickly, with your dark vision, go, that is a big ass statue. And it is a big ass statue of a dwarf.
Okay, so I'm in friendly territory. Let's check it out a little bit. Site 17. All right.
Ah, shit.
It's very,
It's so dark.
very dark in here.
I can see.
You each have, if you right-click your token, a bunch of buttons will show up. To the upper left, there's one that looks like a little fireball. That turns on a torch or a light spell.
Yep. I got my dark vision.
So if you turn that on, you should be able to see. You can see stacked supplies. You can see Agu just ran through a giant pool of blood and a dead body laying at the foot of the dwarven statue.
That's a body. Can I look at it? I
thought you were gonna.
I just want to look at
I
it.
thought you said something else. So can I lick
I
it?
just want to look.
There's
Roll
a
to check out
journal
the
in
body.
here.
There's a who?
A journal on the corpse.
Ooh, a journal.
Roll to investigate the body.
I'm going to open it.
Is this the flex?
And then also open the
Does it
Site
go
17
water too?
manifest.
I know. Ooh, grapes.
If you will. Those should have appeared in the chat for everybody, or did they?
They did.
Okay, you can click it and open it. You can see that the journal documents the last several weeks of being at this site. Whoever kept the journal has beautiful handwriting and is an incredible sketch artist.
Ooh.
They've sketched the entrance that you just came into. They've sketched a giant sarcophagus,
Looks kind of like me.
shields, weapons, other artifacts recovered from the site, symbols and other imagery, helmets, and strange figures. And you could all read it individually, or you could be super weird and have someone read it out loud.
Do popcorn reading.
Popcorn
Oh yeah, there's
reading.
popcorn. Eat it.
Yeah,
You can have a
popcorn
reroll.
reading.
You got your
Snacking
reading.
on it.
You got them.
Lots of people ate the cookies, so I'm good.
Then there's the manifest, which lists the recovered artifacts in detail.
You can click the little journal button that says Martin's Journal,
Yeah, in the chat. You can click it to expand it and see everything.
but it only shows me just the quarter foe rescue bounty now, as of now. Yes.
Oh, the journal article. Gotcha. Let me
Yeah.
fix that. You are correct. So we want this to be...
Agu's already
Inherent.
rating their supplies.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hey, I need some supplies.
Some supplies, bro!
I don't have any.
You can share ours if you make friends of us.
If they live, they might be one.
I was meager. I took one of one thing. I didn't take all of them.
So, now you can see the journal big.
Yeah, they call
Yeah.
it mine.
This is a lot better.
Yeah.
See the beautiful sketch.
Shall we
24
have more
minutes.
read?
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to take
Let's-
Kuthana 4? Kuthana is December, by the way.
I will read Kathana 4, and I'll start us off. The snows finally relented enough today to allow the beginning of preliminary work. The burial mound is more intact than I dared hope. The stone markers show the unmistakable sigil of crossed shards, a stylized broken shield. Most curious. None of the standard orders bore such marks to my knowledge. Early hypothesis: an unknown knightly brotherhood attached to the Shining Crusade? Question mark.
Someone take Kuthana 12.
Excavation slow but steady. 3 tombs opened without major incident. Each knight's armor bears similar markings: sunburst, broken shield, the rising sword. Weapons are varied but all lovingly maintained even in death. This was no minor garrison. These men and women were proud, unified by some singular cause. I have provisionally named them the Order of the Shard. It fits.
Kuthana 20, someone?
New discovery. A half-shattered roundel engraved with text too worn to immediately decipher. Early translation attempts suggest dedication to a fallen sun whose fragments still pierce the darkness. The metaphor seems to align with General Harnessant's death in the final battle against Tarbathon, where it is said his shield shattered under the tyrant's assault. Could this order have carried the memory, or even the remnants, of that event? Lost another assistant to injury. Thankfully, they will likely survive with only the loss of both feet.
Jesus.
We've learned a lot about the defenses here at Site 17, and I hope we have elevated our competence enough to investigate Site 21. We lost 3 grad students at the outer doors to 21. We still don't know where any part of them went.
Oh, crap. So people seemingly were going missing even before.
I can't believe they even looked.
That was just normal business.
Business as usual.
Yeah. I think our archaeology department loses researchers sometimes.
Well, you know, the body farm, they don't catalog where the people are. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
Would someone take 30?
Terrible weather. Tents collapsed under snow, wait overnight. Lost 2 days' work digging out the site again. Still, morale is high. Recovered a standard today from one of the sarcophagi, crimson, with gold embroidery of a broken halo. Confirmed connection to a Crusader-era religious symbology, particularly Iomadai and Serenary traditions.
And Abadius is this month, January the 8th.
A breakthrough, one knight buried with a particularly intact shield, engraved with 3 descending shards surrounded by a flame motif. I believe without doubt these warriors were either survivals of General Arnesant's final stand or devoted custodians of his memory. The implications are staggering. No prior records of such an order have survived to modern times.
Abadius 15.
The last major blizzard of the season struck last night. As soon as the roads are passable, I will arrange transport of the relics to the Portervaux Archives Museum in Caliphus for preservation and study. Every item recovered, armor, weapons, scrap of banner, could rewrite our understanding of the Shining Crusade's aftermath. I am preparing my official report for the museum board. I believe these findings will be one of the greatest contributions to the Slavic history in decades. Perhaps in a small way we are helping to heal wounds left open for nearly a millennium. I believe there is a hidden chamber behind the offering shelf, but we do not possess the tools to open it on this trip. I will return with more delicate tools and hopefully more talented assistants to open it in such a way as to preserve every quarter of it. Personal note, I dream the horrors of war. The devout stare into my soul. I wake up out of breath, soaked in sweat, and I am compelled to sketch their faces. I will not fail them.
That is a beautiful angel.
It's lovely.
I'll read the first preliminary catalog from Abadius 10. I'm just going to read everything in there. Shipment notes for QA Museum. Further magical analysis pending. Note, some speculative observations recorded by Assistant Research Assistant in charge of Field Research Thandril Fornost.
All of it is in a different handwriting as of that line.
Right. Shipment 1, Abadius 10, 7 artifacts. Ceremonial warhorn fragment. A broken silver warhorn inscribed with early Crusader motifs. Trace battle damage suggests it may have been dramatically shattered mid-charge or possibly hurled at an undead warlord in desperation. Knight's Burial Torque. Heavy, I almost said torque you. Heavy bronze neck ring with faded devotional etchings, likely worn by a ranking officer or perhaps a beloved warhound granted field promotion. Banner of thrice purified stone. Tattered remains of a battlefield standard. Fabric bears traces of blessed oils and possible evidence of frantic battlefield mending using hasty stitching or prayers. Saint Carthus's gauntlet. Severely tarnished left-hand gauntlet forged from adamantine. Ritual scarring suggests either holy consecration rites or repeated furious punching of evil occults.
Hell yeah.
Did these belong to Cephas?
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking the whole time.
It's going to remind you of yourselves a little bit, but this is 900 years ago.
Shard of the silver bulwark. Curved shield fragment with stylized solar engraving. Composition implies an alloy not yet identified. Field team joke it could be holy meteoric iron. I'm gonna have the hiccups, so can someone else pick up for me?
Chalice of Consecrated Echoes. Small bronze ritual cup. Acoustically resonant.
Ooh.
Corrosion patterns imply it may have been submerged repeatedly in sacred pools or possibly dropped. Allah. Tome of Vigilant Rest. Mold-stained prayer book bound in cracked white leather. Minor enchantment suspected. Currently resists being shelved right side up.
What?
We've all got that look that always falls over.
Okay, Shipment 2. Abadus 13, 8 artifacts. Blessed Bolt Rack. Compact wooden quiver. Several bolts show faint luminous residue, possibly due to a minor enchantment or a strong belief in the efficacy of bright paint. Dawnward Cuirass. Lightly gilded mithril breastplate, extensively dented. Scuff marks and burn traces hint that it may have been worn during a particularly bad decision involving magical fire.
Yeah, it does sound.
Mask of the Last Watcher. Finely carved silver funerary mask. Oculent reinforcements suggest either a ritual need for vision beyond death or a habit of dozing off during watch duty. Reliquary of St. Warnwell. Simple bronze locket, slightly worn to the touch. We haven't opened it, but speculations among grad student leans towards tiny holy ghost.
For your pocket.
Scepter of Oathfire. Short silver rod with blackened tips. Ceremonial function suspected, or perhaps simply used to brand oathbreakers who really annoy their comrades.
Really?
Crusader's tinderbox. Heavy iron matchbox. Residues imply extraordinary ignition properties, possibly could still light a fire on the elemental plane of water.
Hell yeah.
Signet ring of Captain Yorvan. Iron ring bearing heraldic seals. Given its size, either belonged to a commanding officer or a very determined scribe with large hands.
Yeah.
Cloak of Fallen Sentinel. Torn blue woolen cloak. Heavy wear suggests it was worn daily until the very end, or the owner had a very stubborn attachment to this specific cloak. Somebody else went to read the last section.
There's only 5 left.
See, shipment number 3. Was it Abadius?
Yeah, Abadius.
Abadius 17. 5 artifacts. Iron censer of Aristan. Broad-based censer on a short chain. Ash traces suggest prolonged ritual use, or else someone carried it into every battle, swinging wildly. The Ashen Lock. Heavily corroded iron padlock, still intact despite age, hinting at either sealed something quite important or quite desperate. Bell of the Quiet Vigil. Small bronze handbell missing its clapper. Aura readings suggest it might still ring for those on the other side of the veil. Short sword of bright march. Oxidized blade fragment. Faint rune traces hint that could once have been part of a particularly showy or impractically large crusader's sword. Bone shroud remnant. Frayed linen cloth fragment, exceptionally well preserved and strongly suspected to have wrapped either a hero's remains or a very persuasive tax collector.
Did Space Bone do all of these?
No. Nope. It's a mix. A couple of my favorite funny ones in there. I did about 10 of them and showed it to it, and as usual, the AI ran off and did the other like 10.
That's fun.
It gets my garbage sense of humor right away. So, the manifest of objects useful to you guys for your objective,
Gotta recover all of these.
or they won't pay you the full amount.
I love that bit.
Or you could just keep the doodads.
We love
These
doodads.
seem to be these seem to be good, so we might just need to
Don't lick the doodads. Not
no
till we vetted
licking
them.
allowed.
We don't want you to die.
That
by licking
face.
the doodad.
You can't hold me back from licking doodads.
What if it's cursed? What if you die?
Cursed doodads sound extra tasty.
Jeez.
We're putting that on her headstone.
We need to
Cursed
get some
doodads.
barbecue sauce at the next town.
That will be on her headstone. The doodads were extra tasty.
The doodads were
Spicy doodads.
spicy doodads.
Roll a new character.
We're
Says the person who's dead in the other campaign.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, sorry.
I knew there was a soundbite to use.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up.
The board that I used to record the podcast
Yeah.
for the students has a sad trombone sound, and so like half the podcast like about Japanese incarceration or like
Ooh.
Gitmo, and I'm like sad trombone.
Oh,
I don't put it in it. I don't put it in it.
monster!
You're not the monster you are.
100 years from now, people will be talking about El Salvador. You can't get in prison with.
Yep. Womp, 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 womp.
His face on that. It was Obi-Wan with the little legs.
sound we're gonna play when you get licked.
Yes.
God damn it.
To death.
So, in the journal, you noted that there was one room at Site 17 they did not open because they didn't want to damage the door. But they found a hidden chamber that they plan to open carefully later. Or
Busted. We fuck it up.
Exactly. This is where Toby finds out if we're actually an evil campaign.
Historic.
the good guys would right now be rationalizing themselves into a place where, like, we kind of have a responsibility to kick open the door in case there's something in there that's
preserve
providing
it.
evil.
Yeah.
They would get that.
That too. Yeah.
It would be Tim and Harrison, rules lawyer the party into being shitty.
Yeah.
You could have clues in there.
Say less.
Say less. Motherfucker.
Shoots the door down. Well,
Did these fools happen to like put a map of these catacombs in the because one of these rooms is just a floor carpeted with bones.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. I ran through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Agu's already kind of stepped in there. The ground is firm.
Girlfriend.
well, before we walk
Yeah,
off,
I ran through
inspect
it.
the
Just
body
checked everything.
to see.
Sure.
Okay.
Which one? There are hundreds.
Well, the one right here.
The recent one.
Yeah.
I'm so
happened to
stone-faced,
this person?
desensitized to life.
This person was repeatedly stabbed.
Ah,
No.
homicide. Got it. Yeah.
Multiple stab wounds to the back and side of the neck.
Hmm.
And they bled out right here, and dozens of other footsteps either walked or were dragged through the blood.
Oh.
Where we go? Where?
Yeah.
From the various chambers of this, it looks like... Actually, let's have a fresh survival check. It's been a while.
I'm cutting his arm off.
Vince survived, yeah.
I'm gonna
You
get
believe-
that 20 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
It's only 10 gold for a grad student.
Oh.
We
Unless
don't
we
think
give it a
that
different
this is
sleeve.
Professor Martin's body, right?
Looks too young.
Okay.
Looks like a young 20-something that's probably been in school for a couple of years. but
How old are they? Martin, do we know?
You would guess more like 40.
Okay.
Super old, dead soon from extreme old age.
Uh-huh. AKA the perfect age.
Yesterday was the perfect date, so.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's right.
So
it was the
basically
perfect-
April 25th, because it's not too hot.
God.
It's not too cold.
That came across
Now
my
he needs the
TikTok, and I was
light.
like, God damn it.
Yeah.
William
My
Shatner's like,
parents really don't like anything ostentatious. They really don't like fire.
what are you doing, bud?
When I don't do something nerdy like baton twirling.
We have clurbs for that if you need it.
So you do believe this is one of the research assistants?
All right.
In what direction did you say that the footsteps
6
were
years old.
dragged?
They were dragged from various rooms here out the door.
Okay.
Yeah, don't
Well,
drag
yeah,
the
so
body
it
with
would
us.
probably be a smart idea to just
Yeah, we can
get it
partial.
get going after we leave here in the direction. Because the fucking idiots, they went through the snow and like it's snow.
They
So
dunked them in blood first and then
Yeah,
dragged
yeah.
them through snow.
that's
It's
basically
really
like,
smart.
come
idea.
notice
But-
us.
You believe it was several days ago, and it has been snowing ever since. So the trail is pretty well covered.
Crisp sniffed the blood through the snow.
That would be very difficult, but he could try. He could try to do
I mean, it'd be difficult for the rest of us, but
Mm-hmm.
he's kind of
Even
designed
more.
for it.
Wonder why they killed this one instead of kidnapping them.
No mercy.
Extra mouthy.
This one was the dumb one.
No, that's the one that was missing its legs. They couldn't carry it off.
Actually, yep.
Bam.
This body, the feet are burned off at the ankle. And you believe that injury predates the stabbing.
Yep. He was already a goner.
You just didn't want to carry him.
Exactly. Dead weight, literally.
Does anybody want to keep track of
Body count.
body count? Yeah.
We're at 1.
So if any of you thinks you've had a rough time in grad school,
His feet are gone.
imagine your feet being melted off and then being told, you're fine, fuck up, get back to work.
But did he have to take a class with
They
redacted
would,
feet?
though. They 100% would.
Jobs I've had.
Yeah. Your feet have been burned off. You've been told you have to take a class from Judy Jordan. And
Never even met
then you're stabbed in the neck.
I hate you.
Like, okay.
That Judy Jordan mentioned.
Exactly. And that's my
And,
problem.
and you're
Why?
like, so are you going to send me my exam questions or no?
As you're bleeding onto the floor.
Toby, do you off the top of your head know how many artifacts we're looking to collect to take back?
They're in that list.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure if you like knew the count.
I don't.
Okay.
It is
Make it
1,
man.
2,
Yeah,
3,
man.
4, 6, 7 in group 1.
8 in the next one and 5 in the next.
There
So
you
it's
go.
20 total?
Mhm.
All right. I'm making a table in my notes to keep track. So we've got 20 items plus grad students plus Doc Martin. So we need
Professor Martin, I didn't think of that, but that's, yeah.
We're bringing his
They
boots.
sound interesting.
Do they wear boots?
Okay, so we've got Doc Martin. I'm gonna keep calling him that.
Thank you for
They
that.
like their combat boots quite a lot.
Boots come with the fur.
Grad students. We officially have one grad student.
Wow.
Head with no feet. Make sure no the feet are gone.
No
One.
toes, bro. What?
Arm. Oh, I already cut his arm off.
I can't
He's
see
also
the
down to
toes.
one arm.
Jesus.
You got his arm.
It says achievement unlocked, arm acquired. I told you guys.
The whole body in the
I believe Slassy suggested that the trophy would be the left ear.
We
Okay, I can cut the left ear. I just cut his left ear off.
Yeah, could still
Alright.
do that.
Much easier to carry than a bag of arms.
True.
Arms get heavy.
Can I bring wolf ears?
Uh,
I'm kidding.
Do you want? I can't speak with head.
Cut off the other one and throw it to my velociraptor.
Okay, I got that.
Like, I don't have that skill yet.
Oh, I was just thinking
I already tossed the
arms
arm, but
heavy,
he like
knees
didn't
weak,
go after the ear.
vomit on the sweater
It's like,
already.
like a dog. They're the pigs.
Mom spaghetti.
Palms are sweating.
Arms are heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got there. I'm happy. We can move on now. So, looking around the facility, the room immediately to the west of you is it's a bone room.
Woo!
These tombs, the respected, vaunted heroes of the Shining Crusade, are each given their own stone sarcophagus. And these large rooms with thousands of bones of hundreds of dead things are the respected heroes' defeated enemies. They're buried here
We
with...
killed the barbarians and put them in a pile.
Yep, so that room is full of probably leftover bones from zombies and skeletons. The Shining Crusade was largely a army of paladins versus a much larger army of undead, and the paladins won. Oh, there were some beheadings for sure.
Heads.
I know you're always looking for heads to talk to. You're a real head
Talking
turner.
heads.
Get some.
Psycho killer.
So are we gonna leave this guy?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
We're fine.
we can't be carrying his body because there'll be other ones.
You'd say we could bury him, but
Lou's just dragging him around the whole time. What? We're just gonna leave
That
him?
is not sanitary, Lou.
come here. Come here. Hold on. There you go.
Licking a dead body.
What spray you with Preston?
In case that didn't make it to the microphone, she said, "Just want a little lick."
That could also be an episode title.
Just want a little lick.
So, are we looking for the remaining room, or are we going to respect
We're going
the sanctity of the archaeological find?
Oh,
this. I
God.
want the treasure.
Let me consult my alignment real quick.
That didn't take long, did it?
Hey,
I didn't care. I ran through the bone room.
Tubby, when you can you give Lydia the Justice Girls role?
Oh, in Discord?
Yeah.
Have you
So that
joined our
she can
Discord?
see-
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in there.
All
So
right.
that she can see my shit posts.
That's clearly vital.
I
Yeah.
can see your shit post. I'm looking at it right now.
Well,
I
do you
just
have
want a little
access to
lick.
the channel? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was operating the way it operated when I joined.
Ah.
When you had to have a separate player to
I
see
did then, because we had a lot of people coming and going from
Yeah.
the program, and then once I got rid of them, there was no need to have the elevated security anymore.
Okay.
Oh, they're not here anymore?
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Pretty
Fuck
much.
it.
Not to
Do it
mention,
anyway.
I just joined the CVEX Discord, didn't tell anybody I joined it
Oh.
because it was on the computer and I just added myself.
That's good.
Do it anyway in the future. So
All right,
that
I'll find you a
sort
little
of-
later. I'll see you in the list.
Yeah. It's Liddy, like Lydy.
2-3.
Yeah. Yeah.
My picture's Padme Amidala.
Liddy Lick is perfect for this table.
All right, so
Some people in high
Are you
school
exploring?
like lived too.
there are a number of sarcophagi that have had the lid moved very carefully using sort of rope and pulley system, carefully set to the side. You can see little notebooks everywhere with sketches of things, notes taken, lots of details, drawings, and very careful canvases laid down here and there to catalog artifacts. And then you guys go stomping through here looking for a door to kick down.
Stop.
We like to kick things.
The journal said the door was behind the offering shelf.
All right. Well. Oh. Trying to examine the bone room.
The bone room.
Run.
The bone room is a staggering amount of death from a long time ago.
Can respect the hustle.
This is staggering amount of death from a long time ago, you say. I love that for you.
Is Graham okay?
I have not been okay.
I think we broke ground.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Episode's unlistenable.
Yep.
Fine.
I pity whoever
Just
tries.
keep chewing on this ice.
It'll be us later. Like,
pity
what
the
were we
fool.
smoking?
Smoking on this.
I pity for listening to this bullshit.
Smoking on this bone root.
You know what we should do? Take the bones, make them into bone mill, and then use them as fertilizer.
This is
We
a
can
Shining
have a
Crusade.
It's from Minecraft.
We
Oh,
can
yeah.
frame a lot of
Minecraft
people with
bitch.
a lot of things.
You're welcome.
Chicken. Sorry.
We take their DNA, we plant it where we need to frame them. The
Yes!
things that we did.
We should say the bones are the graduate students. Take all those
Dude, Toby is really regretting it right now.
Regretting leaving the bone pit in, yes. I didn't imagine it would be such a distraction.
And then I was the one that just stomped through it. I didn't even care. I didn't notice there were bones there. I thought
Yeah.
it was just dirt ground.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Ah,
Over the bones to the other side.
there's a lot of sticks in this cave.
That is a human bone.
Well,
Bone?
shall we?
I think that there is a door over
Oh,
here.
is this the door that's locked?
Yep.
The west wing there has been carefully had a number of artifacts removed from protective displays. They were all removed very, very carefully with delicate tools and
Yeah, screw that.
great expertise.
Smash.
Smash.
And is that? Sorry. Lyrian art on your computer?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony got me a sticker.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. So go ahead, Mandy.
Is there anything we can gather from looking around in here?
Over here, no, this side of the place has been picked clean by the archaeologists.
There's no evidence of who was in here with them.
It looks like they were in the middle of stuff.
Okay.
There are notebooks with pencils laying on them, and they were just, sketching or tracing items. They were in the middle of work when they were violently dragged away.
The moral of the story: don't work.
I almost lost us in there.
My kid's gonna turn out great.
I'm
Aggie.
so hungry I could eat the Shining Crusade.
Aggie, if you could stop doing wing sprints through the dungeon, when you were back at that northeastern corner,
Mm-hmm.
you noticed a place between two of the sarcophagi where there was a shelf with
Yeah.
permanently lit magical candles on either side.
Okay,
To the left there.
that's what I thought.
Yep.
Well,
Perception check right there.
okay.
Nope, that's the body.
Natural 1. You cannot begin to imagine where the release for this incredibly well-hidden secret door is.
Where did
You're not even sure, though. You think those archaeologists might have made it up.
see where the
There is no fucking way there is a door behind this
No.
solid chunk of stone.
Aggie?
No fucking way is what you guys hear from down the hall.
Okay, down.
I'm gonna follow her voice.
Speak friend. Speak
I'm
friend.
gonna help.
And enter.
Okay.
Does anyone know the Elvish? Oh wait, I'm Elvish. I should know
You're
the Elvish.
Elvish?
God damn it.
She is.
Didn't you see my ear?
Surprise.
On
But a lot of people have pointy ears around here.
a side note, under journal, there is now, it should be dig site collection goals. That's where I thought I put it.
D&D basics.
Oh, it's out. It got thrown in the archive folder. I dragged it out.
Oh! Alright, so there's dig site collection goals, and I've created a checklist of all the things we want to collect. And we have
You're from
one
Texas.
ear from dig site. So we're up to 10 gold.
We're up to 1 ear. Yeah. So far, you've profited 10 gold.
Woo!
It's 3 a.m.
Split
and
between
you
six
spent
of us.
most of your early morning in the bone room.
Yeah. Well, it took a lot. There were a
No
lot.
way you can make a joke about that.
Yeah, Chris
Too much
was
zoning in this part.
I just assumed that everything is a double entendre.
Yeah.
3 a.m. in the bone room. Sure.
Crisp is definitely wandering around with a bone in his mouth.
Yeah.
Well-
Wouldn't you?
I just rolled a 25 perception.
Nice. Oh,
We're helping.
Kelda
thank you, because mine sucks.
Excuse me.
Kelda takes off her gloves, runs her hands down the wall, and finds a seam. A very slight bit of airflow. Follows it to a point where there is part of a carving that you believe you can push inward, and you don't believe it's trapped. You've heard that the Shining Crusade sometimes traps the hell out of these places, but it looks like the archaeologists have disarmed every trap in the place.
Yeah, so
Which-
we're not going to get like a spike.
There were several spike traps. There were several places where stones could fall on you or doors could slam shut. All of it has been disarmed, so someone on the archaeology team is a pretty competent trap remover.
So I could do like disable device and open it. or-
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, I saw you go on the other map.
Hell yeah.
That's not too good.
You stuck somewhere, Lou?
I
Do
couldn't
you need
pick
help, Kelda?
anything.
Oh.
Nothing
I
was
think so.
highlighted. That's okay.
Oh, are you doing a thing? Do you want me to hold this while you do the thing?
Do disable
Absolutely.
device?
Please help.
Yeah.
Just wouldn't let me click anything.
Yeah, we're trying to open the door, and I believe we've succeeded. Since the trap is already disarmed, it's not super difficult.
Very good.
Taylor's very good. Yep, the three of you together, you find the trigger,
Yay!
open a door, which leads to a smaller room. You see an empty stone throne and two wooden chests that look like
For sure.
not a speck of dust on them.
Hammered
The
dust.
wood does not look aged. They look perfectly preserved somehow.
Ooh.
Hammer time.
Yep.
In the north one, there is a repeating crossbow and a huge selection of bolts.
Oh!
In the
been
south
there now.
one, there is.
Someone uses a hammer, correct?
I have a hook hammer.
This is in fact a gnomish hook hammer.
For
If
you.
I can get into game.
This is one of our.
Nope, they've already sold it.
Louis stuck out! Oh no, she can't get in!
Yeah, Chris might have eaten it.
Chris was running down the hall, dragging the 14-pound hammer, just metal scraping, sparks flying. You're like, no, no, no!
He looks just happy and tails going.
Oh yeah, because Lyrian's definitely got her nose in the first box looking at this
Yeah.
crossbow.
I think your friend went that way.
Okay, let him do what he wants.
I have this.
Yeah, it's coming.
This at the top. Okay, I was making sure.
It's coming.
Chef,
It is coming. Cover your butts.
You got
cover your butt.
Hold on to your butts.
Especially in the bone room.
Oh.
I ran through
I'm
there
sorry.
like 5-6 times, and I was fine.
I made
Crunch, crunch,
Yep,
crunch.
we've all
crunch.
been run through in the bone room.
I know for a fact that you have.
If we're lucky.
Some of us
So
have
in
stayed.
England, there's a little store,
I
like
don't.
dollar store.
They said I'll grab a bunch of kids' sausages.
It's like pounds. Yes.
And I always, it's Poundland,
Yeah,
and I
Poundland.
always called it Pound Town. It's the pound store in England.
Yeah,
It's
I
like the
wanted to
dollar
go
store,
there.
so I was just like,
Yeah.
Pound Town, I'm going to Pound Town. Hey, you can get Cadbury chocolate for a pound, so
Okay, okay,
Poundland.
beautiful.
Brexit. Anyway.
So you have broken into the secret room, trampled across the sacred burial site, stolen the treasures. These treasures will never make it to their little list.
At least they weren't accounted for. No one will know.
Secrets.
The archaeologists
I
went back.
got a secret.
This room was empty.
What are you talking about? We went to Site 17 and there was nothing there
left.
except this guy's ears.
Somebody roll a knowledge history check, or knowledge
I've left my
engineering
hand
would
to
also
this.
be good.
I have only broken in, not taken anything.
That's right.
Does anybody else want this crossbow?
They go.
Have fun.
You're the only one that uses those.
You said knowledge and
Chris, where'd you? Oh, buddy, you gotta bring that back. Is this what you guys are trying to tell me about?
Yeah.
Well, come on, bring it back.
It's repeating crossbow, reloads very quickly, holds 5 bolts. Actually, I think it holds 7. And it is known as, these are called the Light of the Dawn. The Church of Iomenite names everything really fantastically and dramatically.
I thought that was a boundary. I was like,
They're
Did you
given to
call them
scouts and vanguards units battling the spawn of the Whispering Tide. And
Is it nicer than the repeating heavy crossbow? And if
yeah,
so-
it's yours, but it's just like yours, but better.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna dump my repeating
You can.
crossbow into this chest.
So you're not carrying too much junk. And then they'll be like, how did this get in here if they come back here later?
Guys, this hammer is really cool.
Lyrian does leave a little note next to her old repeating
yeah.
crossbow. Not old.
Hopefully they'll figure this out.
She will give zero other information. She just can't help herself. Not old.
They'll probably figure that out.
Yeah.
Someone need these arrows? Okay.
Oh, I also stole 113 crossbow bolt.
You should take the repeating crossbow bolts of the Crusader too. No other weapon but the one you just took can fire those.
I already have 40 arrows.
Was that in the other box?
Oh, the
I already took all the other ones. There are no crossbows, no bolts in either.
This is
Bit
my
now.
Really?
bow. It's not a crossbow.
I mean, I took all the treasure from the first box that had crossbow bolts.
I think they were
Or
not
grammatically
properly
onto the
identified,
road.
but I'll put one in.
Of course you do.
Just see me in a crowd.
Damn right.
There you go. They're on you.
Thank you.
Okay. Now that that's done, what's next, team?
Nothing will divert me from
Suppose
my
I can carry
purpose.
this
Oh,
chair.
I
shit.
guess we should probably go find where they drop those bodies
Yeah,
to.
follow the bodies.
Around.
Follow the blood trail. Follow the blood trail.
And the bodies hit the floor.
Let's
Bodies
go
hit the floor.
resurface and
I had a client that used to sing that just before we had a really bad incident. It was really convenient, actually.
No, that's good.
It would give us
It
like
would
a
give you an indication,
Yeah.
like, hey, we need to do that. Get
Good to
this
know.
taken care of.
it would give us like a 10-minute heads up, and we can kind of prepare.
That body hit the floor.
The grad student stuff is still in here, it looks like, with bedroll and rations and whatnot. Poor people. I didn't mean it in the negative way.
peasants.
Whores!
For them.
let's
you
leave
know,
it. Let's
This is
leave
what you
it
should
in
say. You
case.
peasants.
basically.
Let's leave it in case
In case there's survivors that need
Yeah,
their things.
yeah.
Chris is now on top of this box and just looking you straight in the eye.
Lovely.
I'm just staring back at him like this.
I feel like his cat-like tendencies are gonna make him like you a lot.
Yeah.
Like you're ignoring me. You got another one of those ears?
Nope. Just the one that we need to take back for the £10 or the $10.
There's one still attached to him, I think.
Nah, we cut it.
Oh.
We cut both.
We got both?
I
Oh,
cut the right and the left.
When we realized we cut off the second ear, the second one went to Crisp.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Also the arm. Crisp is gonna put on weight this campaign.
Yeah.
He's well fed.
Yep. Well,
Mm-hmm.
let's resurface.
It's a growing boy.
I'm ready to exit the hole.
Go.
Okay.
Being ejected from the hole.
Peasants.
Back out onto the trail.
You should be like, why is it any concern of mine that your family doesn't have, what was it again? Food.
Basically. It's like we've met before.
How long has that been? The green and I was quoting that. I had that on NCVEX the other day, and I was quoting it. And
Which?
Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, yeah.
And Sydney was just like getting annoyed with me because I'm sitting there quoting the whole movie. And I was like, I don't even care.
Poison for Cusco.
Cusco's poison. The poison made specifically for Cusco.
To kill Cusco.
Squeak, squeakity, squeak, squeaking.
Oh, another crunk.
It's my birthday present to me. I am so happy.
Okay.
Now I want to make spinach puffs.
Let's have a fresh survival check. Where'd you go, kitty?
Survival check. He's right behind
lurking.
you.
Perfect lurking.
Tail swish.
Well done.
Oh, he's.
Yay, I can do that.
For the first time ever, I can roll survival.
Oh, who has the funky ass dice? I love it.
Oh, the like purplish glittery one? That's mine.
Period, boo! It's made of opals.
I don't know. I just was like, ooh, this one's fun.
Where the fuck did you get opals from, woman?
There's many things you don't know about.
I'm learning that. I know my dinosaur likes you.
She's so mysterious.
Oh, let me toss my baby hair.
The tracks or the signs eventually do start turning into tracks. You start seeing booted footprints in the snow, coming and going in higher and higher frequency, leading to somewhere off the road to the north.
Alright, so we just walk through these woods with reckless abandon, right, guys?
Or we could be fucking sneaky.
I like the way you think. Let's put a pin in that.
Everybody roll stealth.
Agu.
I like the rolling stealth.
Is it agu or agu?
Agu.
Agu, okay. So it's like a food from The Simpsons. But
Yeah.
I'm sneaky as fuck.
Did we just collect it? Did everyone just roll above it? Okay. Almost. We got almost all 20s in there. That was really good. Something bad's about to happen, isn't it?
That's what I said. In real life, I was like, so many good things have happened. Something bad's gonna happen.
Let's be sneaky.
And then I got
I'm
that
gonna
email.
step. You guys stepped in my steps.
What I thought when I got rear-ended.
We're only gonna leave
you
one
got
set
the-
of footprints.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
He's
first.
healthy.
I'm gonna step really carefully. You guys step in my steps.
Okay.
We're just gonna make it through the
Okay.
woods. And follow
Who's
the
in
trail.
the front of this little pillar of stuff? Okay, roll me a perception check.
I hope I don't fuck this up.
No whammy. Stop.
I have a reroll.
Oh yeah.
It did make a sound. Usually I set it to do that, but like when I roll that one.
Did you roll?
Huh?
Did you roll a perception?
Yes, I
Two of
rolled it
them.
at one.
Oh, I think I need to refresh my foundry. Actually.
Okay.
A couple. Oh, you
Up
got that.
ahead, you see campfires in the woods. You see so many campfires and tents that the snow is actually melted. They're all close enough to each other that there's sort of a big muddy camp
Mm-hmm.
ahead. There are, even at 4 a.m., you think you see people walking around at a distance. And it's several hundred feet ahead. But it's 4 a.m., you're way out in the dark, and you're pretty sure everyone you're looking at, it's hard to tell from this distance, but you're pretty sure they're humans. So you don't think they see you.
Okay. We'll just keep going.
You're going to walk right in there?
Sneak.
I don't like
Sneakily.
it.
We get
That's why we all rolled stealth.
Okay.
We're gonna sneak in.
We're all being sneaky.
Sneak.
Yeah.
Sneak in and
Step
perceive
in my
them.
steps.
Oh, I
Let's
should
go.
have rolled stealth for Chris.
Chris has to be stealthy too.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Let's have a knowledge local check while we're
I got you,
Approaching.
bitch.
approaching this site.
I wish
Mine's not moving good.
we were a little further along so Chris was better trained, so we could just tell him to go like zip in and out of that camp just to scare him a little bit. Put him on edge.
Scare him a little bit.
You wanted to acknowledge local.
Yeah. Ooh, really good rolls. Okay.
Ooh, those can go. We're rolling really good. Maybe
Agu.
I should shit.
You're realizing what this is. You heard a rumor that 2, maybe 3 different gangs of bandits, thugs, exiles, banished people that are on death row if they ever get arrested, so they ain't ever coming back into town, banded together into a sort of little camp of criminals, but criminals worse than you guys in some ways.
Headphones that were missing. Sorry, I just reached into my bag and my headphones that were missing. I found them. So
It's a cool little box, guys.
Well, it
Just
looks
like
like
an
it's
IRL perception check.
Squirrel.
Well, I'm sorry. I just reached in
Okay.
and I felt it.
The way you open that, I
Episode
was about to
title.
say, yes, 1,000 times yes!
But here you go. It's okay. It's a Samsung. It looks like the Samsung flip phone. It's a case for my headphones. Sorry.
Just
go ahead.
say, like-
Proceed.
Bye, bitch. And slam it.
Bye, bitches. I should do that at work Monday. Whenever we finish with the AI talk on Thursday.
Toby,
Bye, bitches.
It's a signal. That's the signal.
Talk to the hand. Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Let's keep going.
No, I just wanted to tell you about a magical place called Skanktown,
Love that.
which is what it's known as on the street.
That's where it went to the bone room.
You guys have been to the Bone Room, and now
We're going to
you're walking up on Skanktown.
Love that.
And the gang that's banded together, gangs don't always choose the best name for themselves. Sometimes they're just the Gorls. And in this case, the gang is called the Skanktown Killers. Yeah.
Easy.
And so that is what you are walking up on at 4 a.m. The Skanktown Killers.
Yeah, I did.
And the tracks, the signs of the kidnapped researchers lead to Skanktown.
Oh, Lord.
Gang of really lecherous stealers.
Damn it.
I like that. Really just Steelers.
Okay. So we're sneaking.
We're sneaking.
Do we disguise? Can we do that? Are we gonna be pissing these people off?
Probably.
It's what we're good at.
Come in guns a-blazing.
We do piss people off. Well,
What's the plan?
Sneak up on him.
Unique.
Okay.
Maybe I have the magical touch to this.
Okay.
For fuck's sake, I only
Loading
I have a
state.
0 handle animal.
Loading screen.
You don't need it with him.
Yeah?
You're okay with him.
Okay.
There's somebody right there.
There.
Skanktown Killer.
You have tents nearby in the dark. You are seeing by moonlight at the moment. You can see campfires ahead.
Billy and Eilish.
She's pretty hot though.
I was like, what is Billie Eilish doing here anyway?
And there are people snoring in tents nearby.
We're gonna be really, really quiet, guys.
And there are people awake over by the campfires. They look like they should be standing guard, but they're actually warming their hands at the fire.
Oh. So they're facing away from us.
They have not noticed.
Six running over there. I'm like, wait.
They have not noticed 6 people and a dinosaur walking into their camp.
That's 2 of them. They did. I was like right behind one of them, like.
we are the setup to a really bad joke. 6 people and a dinosaur walk into the sun.
But it's.
He's gonna catloaf where he can see everybody. Keep an eye on you
I'm
fuckers.
watching
So we
you,
don't like.
Hansel. I'm gonna get you. I'm bigger than you. No, dude, he's eeping.
So, I should have asked you this already. Do I have good enough control over Chris to command, like, to ask him to just, like, zip in and out of this camp? Just a little, like, little terror
Fact-finding mission.
put them on edge?
I mean, he could get shot and killed pretty easily that way.
Okay.
Your average road bandit probably has a bow or a crossbow, and they'll shoot at him, and one of them will kill him. That's sort of your thought of if you send him in alone.
Okay.
And your thought is similar if you send any one of you in alone against 20 bandits. There's a lot of people here. Most of them are asleep.
Well, I wasn't even thinking, like, into it, just, like, in the shadows on the outer edge.
Yeah, I mean, that would probably lead to everyone waking up and picking up their bows and lighting torches, and then you would definitely be trying to deal with 20 people instead of maybe 5 or 6.
Okay.
The element of surprise is
What I'm
very...
hearing is there's a chance.
Okay.
So you're saying there's a chance.
We are. Chris, stay close, buddy. I don't even see him on here, actually.
Chris, he's there next to Lou.
Oh,
buddies.
he's very well camouflaged here.
Yeah, get you some.
Hansel got him awakened. He's like, not on my watch, Co.
Are there any of them we could get alone to drag off or something?
Well, the sleepers, you could sneak up and slit their throats.
There's 2 of them right here
No,
that are
well,
sleeping.
see, I wasn't thinking that, because I have a new spell that helps with Diplo.
Oh, you want to talk to one?
I would like to try that.
Yeah,
Tell
that
us
would be
where the
better.
stuff is.
Yeah, if we could drag one of them off.
How many?
If we don't have to
least
kill
I can see
anyone.
There's at
unnecessary.
least 10 or 15, mostly sleeping. There's a lot of
Slit their
tents here.
throats.
A lot of tents.
Unless we want to just kill them all, in which case we can.
But then we won't know where
I
all
don't
the
want
stuff
to.
is.
Right, okay.
I would rather not
Let's take one of
unnecessarily
them.
murder
Is there like
everybody.
a group
So-
that's segregated?
There's
Like a little group?
Phrase.
Take all
These
these
2 guys
clothes
right
and
here.
dress up
There's some
like them.
sleepers relatively close to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I went
Said
right
the
on top of
14
them.
words.
I got it.
Guys,
Ooh,
I
that's genius.
think this campaign is about to become intense.
Mhm.
You guys are gonna pee. I'm so excited.
I got Igorian diplomacy at this level, and so if I can use intimidate on them to get them to tell us things, then it clouds their memory of threats and pressure.
Ooh, cool.
What you can do is sneak up on a sleeping person,
Yeah.
put a knife to their throat. Basically, you're saying,
Tell us everything we
I will coup de grace you.
Mhm.
And then you say,
Yeah.
don't scream, answer my questions, you conduct the interrogation.
Okay.
And if they scream, you get to coup de grace, which will almost certainly kill them.
Yes. Okay.
But they could scream.
So be prepared for people to run toward us if it fits.
If
Yeah.
they're willing to sacrifice their life to raise the alarm, they will do so. That's the gamble.
I'm gonna stand near Tony and this person like a bodyguard,
Okay?
ready to just murder.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like Kelda, you could just like put them in a
I'll stand
chokehold.
in flank position.
Kelda puts them in an armbar. They wake up to
Yeah.
their elbow bending backwards.
Yeah.
They
Sorry,
screech.
guys.
They screech with the pain of 1,000. Okay. You roll some diplomacy on them. Let's see.
And intimidate.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully not terrible one.
Okay.
I love the like font you chose for her dice.
Who threatens you?
Yeah.
Put a sword to the throat?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah. Don't scream. Tell us what we want to know.
And I'm gonna point my crossbow at her buddy that's a few feet away and be like, if you scream,
He's dead.
also dead.
I like it.
That's very good.
We will kill everybody.
A very dirty face looks up at you and looks around, gauges their chances of survival. Sees Lou looking at them hungrily
Wait a minute, should I?
with the tongue out. Yeah, go ahead.
Prepares to look.
You have a reroll, I
Scary
think.
today.
Hey, use your reroll.
Yeah.
Lou comes at it a little, little rough. Ends up being more silly, and the person looks at Lou and like, "Is she okay? What's going on here?"
She's not okay. Don't worry about it. Pushes
Maybe
the
use that
sword down
hand
just a little
guy.
bit.
Look like a crazy
Focus.
person.
Focus.
My 23 intimidate check, I hope,
Okay.
makes up for this weirdo.
I could go again.
Yep. Look at me. Look at Larry.
Looks at Tony in her fancy travel outfit and goes,
Yeah.
"What fucking gang are you guys?"
The Gorls.
The Gorls. The Gorls? Gorls. Like with an O.
You gonna do this while I have a knife to your throat? You got a sword too. You wanna make
It's
fun of me
like,
right now?
Wait a minute. Are you guys beefing with the click click boom guys?
Maybe.
What's left of them?
Hell yeah, we're beefing.
We're not anymore.
They gone.
But do you know what happens to bitches that cross us?
Stitch it, bitch. No.
Bitches get stitches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you
and
find
then
them, let us know.
stitch it.
what happens.
Fucking stitches, bitch.
Alright, just let me go. I'll tell you whatever you want to know.
Tell us and then we'll let you go.
I'm still over here.
Not really in a position to make demands right now.
Alright, what do you want to know? What do you
What
just want
happened?
money or what?
What happened to the people investigating that site?
Sight. Oh, the nerds.
Yeah, the nerds.
The nerd.
Nerds.
Ah, well, we got a few of them here in that tent over there. Points to the west, about 4 tents away.
Why?
Well,
I'm doing
fun.
Bluff check.
And the rest of them, I think the Crag Sons have them.
Ooh, another
The Crag Sons.
Grandsons.
Knowledge local. Or did you guys roll a knowledge? Do you have a decent knowledge local check recently? No, go ahead and do me a fresh one.
And I did a bluff check on her. Is she telling us the truth that they're actually in that tent?
Sense motive is the skill you want. To tell if someone's lying.
Yeah.
Bluff is when you're lying.
Oh. Well, can I just use my roll?
No. Lou, what the? Lou, get it together.
All right. Don't look at my knowledge local.
Lou and Chris are over here going.
I imagine you two are running around now, like leaping at snowflakes.
It is the opposite of intimidating. It's almost cute, but a little unhinged.
Yeah, like it's kind of intimidating, but in a different way.
Yeah.
I'm talking about rerolling. I'm like, this is better.
You seem to have made this absolute desperate road bandit sociopath concerned for your well-being, not his.
Good
Why
job,
could you
man.
do the sucky intimidate first and then do a good one later, and they'll be like, oh no.
That's right. They'll be so surprised. Okay, so
So you're telling us about this other gang.
what? Yeah, Crag Sons,
Yeah, Crag.
East Caliphus, smugglers, people traffickers.
Oh God.
Yeah, they got most of them.
Oh.
They got most of the nerds. We got the big nerd and a couple other extra nerds.
Big nerd.
The big nerd.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a big nerd. She's real smart. We had to punch her a bunch of times.
Why did you punch the nerd?
Doc Bird.
Well, she wouldn't stop talking.
Okay, fair.
Anti-intellectualism, I assume.
Yeah.
And it's because she's a
She kept saying that women are people. But we just had to punch her.
The women
All right,
smell
let's get it.
Skanktown.
Somebody get him. Yeah.
Internalized
smell the
misogyny
hormones.
strikes again.
Take your pick. There's just a fucking restaurant menu of horrible ideas in this
Well, they
creature's
call
head.
themselves Skanktown, so I
We
didn't
can
have
smell them
much,
because we're understrated.
much expectations. Not a
That's for the sexism.
fans of bimbo
That's what we call a light bitch slap.
Just enough to be like, hey,
That's what
stop
we
that.
wanted to do to the guy in CPEX this week.
Yeah.
Mr. Hormones.
Oh, Mr. Stinky.
I never wanted to touch him for any reason.
Promptly
Did you
go
hear
wash
about
your
that
body.
fucking
I told her we couldn't hold it in. She told us about her job, and then we were all just like,
Yeah. We've also had an interesting day, they said. There was like 2 seconds between.
yes, I couldn't hold it in anymore. Like
The way
crap.
my staff emerged from their hovels, like the fucking hobbits at the end of Lord of the Rings, it's Sauron. Like just
I ran into my. He was like right in front of my office door, and I ran in there and just cracked the door.
scuttled.
And then I started playing opera.
Prime is a large man and he's scuttled.
The smell was that
A
bad.
very tall man.
Oh
sculpted.
man, it was as bad as you think it was, and then worse.
I got it point blank for 20 minutes.
Hey, it was swifted into my office when you were standing out there.
You're like stuffing a jacket under the
Gets the giant.
Tell me it was snowing you.
That's how I cut my finger. I turned the fan on.
Thanks for taking one for the team.
I was moving the box fan yesterday, and my finger hit a blade and cut it. And I said, I need a Band-Aid, Toby.
I took 5 for the team, and when they came out of their lovely shut door offices, they were all just giggles.
So give them a light bitch slap.
Anyway, so
For
you
the
punched the
sexism.
guy.
Back of the hand?
Yeah.
Women are people. Keep talking.
If you say so.
Women are people unless they're poor.
We'll argue later.
Not in front of the captain. You gotta present a unified front here. What?
So wait,
So what? You want the nerds? We'll sell them to you.
Skanktown
We want the nerds
We
for,
went
the,
for free.
the price of, your lives.
Free.
We'll let you, you'll all be, we won't kill any of you.
He looks at you. He's like, "Is this all of you? Because you're gonna need more dudes."
If we told you how many of us there, do you think we're dumb enough to tell you how many of us there are?
Yeah. I think you are.
Oh no!
Roll another
I'm
one.
gonna go crazy, guys. Hold on. Should I lick this motherfucker?
I mean, you haven't got to use hammer time yet.
Always the punch noise.
You slap him again? That's hilarious.
He's like, you know,
Called us dumb.
Oh, like
you know, our second in
Bludgeoning.
command, Prisa, she's a lady. She's pretty tough.
Aren't you a lady yourself?
Maybe.
And you don't think you're a people?
I'm definitely a people.
There's a lot to unpack here. We don't have time for it. So let us have the nerds.
Give us the nerds.
It's ain't up to me. That's the boss. You gotta talk to Breg.
Where's Breg?
Over there, he points a tent to 50 feet to the north of you.
Yeah. Who's Breg?
Yeah.
Someone needs to check if Greg is really there before
Is
we
it
just
Greg or
leave her.
It's Breg.
Breg?
Breg's there.
Bread?
Sorry, I'm chewing on it.
I thought you were calling him out of his name already.
Yeah, Breg and Chris.
Breg.
Like Greg with a B. Breg.
Bold choice, Mr. Bragg, but
Well, not to brag, but
Oh.
What types of defenses do your people have here?
defenses.
Noted.
She means weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got bows and swords and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
We kill lots of people.
So do we.
So
when we want to.
I haven't killed anybody that you know of.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
I keep trying to take a picture of him with his eyes closed, but he keeps opening them.
There we go.
God damn!
Sense the fur.
God damn! I'm so mad at him. Oh no, it's gingerly.
Tiny baby.
You think a cheese wheel rolled into the room.
He is the color of a cheese wheel.
Yeah.
Are you a big cheese wheel, Bubba?
This is called Orange Cat's cheese colored cats.
You just had it.
So how do we know you're gonna keep quiet while we go talk to Breg?
Because you're gonna let me go and I'm gonna run away.
Because
Or we could cut your legs
gonna bind you and gag you.
Yeah. Could stay.
And if you behave in the amount of time it takes us to do this,
We could cut his
You
left
tell it.
ear off and take it for a grad
Fun?
student.
Oh.
I don't like the way you think.
So we just bring you.
You ever
in
been to
there.
college there, Skank Boy?
Well, you have.
Welcome to CEDEX.
We cut your left ear off. With the lightsaber.
To defraud the criminal underworld bounty hunters into thinking that you're in grad school, but you're not.
I want the money.
I mean, why
Somehow
wouldn't
less
you?
traumatizing than actual grad
They like run it through a scanner. They're like, oh no, the first R says no, he's not enrolled.
If we head into this camp and we decide to bind and gag this gal, who votes for leaving somebody behind to babysit?
We should.
I will
And-
stand behind.
I was. That's probably the more logical choice.
I was imagining.
Fucking.
I was imagining Lou like.
Just go with
Just
it.
like this with the hammer.
She's right.
Am I intimidating yet? Should I roll for that?
I'm scaring us.
Again, it's a different kind of intimidating.
Did I call mine? 3'2". Where did I put it? Yeah, 3'2".
Just walk up to your head, sweet cheeks.
What's this?
Come here often.
You want to test me? No, I sound like a you guys.
Need therapy. I hear there's more of you.
You ever been to the bone pit?
The bone
I'm gonna go to the bone, give it a little candle bean.
We'll drag you over to the licking hole and throw you in the bone pit.
Oh
We're
no!
gonna go to
You
Skanktown.
you want to see my licking hole?
You and me. Come on.
Okay, episode title idea: licking hole.
Winter is coming.
Oh.
Too far. Too soon.
Gonna get the episode
Too
taken
soon.
off
Oh,
the internet.
Yeah. Not gonna matter what we title the episode when I get demonetized.
I record it. And YouTube will be like,
Graham's like, this is a self-report. I was involved.
yeah. But I'm doing this so I don't get my
Please ban me
account.
too.
Please ban all
Keep
of us.
in mind I have
Shut us down.
I have posted things before, but no more, no longer.
So what's the plan?
I'm gonna stay behind with this.
Are you going to tie up and gag the captive?
I just need to keep watch on her, right?
Okay.
Yeah, if the captive behaves.
Yep.
No homicide.
I'm gonna have her my kukris against her
Okay.
while they go in.
Is she bound to the Skanktown killer?
Not at the moment.
We
She
should
just
probably
has.
do that. I don't want to just leave you with a person.
Yeah.
Then fine, just do anything, just go ahead.
She'll just bring out the.
I mean, the person is laying on the ground, doesn't have a weapon, and Kelda is standing over them with weapons.
You with Kelda. All you had to do was say Kelda is standing over them.
I got the fucking kukris.
Yes.
I will 1v all of you.
Just gonna people's elbow onto them
Yeah.
if any trouble
From the
comes.
top rope.
Okay, so Kelda stays here with your first victim, and you move on
Same
searching for
victim.
other victims.
Strong
Right
word.
there.
Yes.
Victim.
Which direction?
We didn't harm this one. Okay, I slapped it twice. However,
Or
deserved.
north?
Now these here are awake and warming their hands
Okay,
at the
we're gonna
campfire.
go-
Yeah, not them.
Their backs are to you,
Okay.
but
So we needed to go north to talk to the leader.
Yeah, the tents to the north.
Hmm. How do we want to incapacitate people?
Do we have to get past?
Their backs are towards us, right?
So we
if you
can
sneak
either-
into the leader's tent or try to, they will probably see you. It's right next to them.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta.
Erotic trial.
Judo chop.
Judy chop.
Vulcan neck pinch. Judy punch.
Somebody up there.
Yeah, it's the lieutenant lady and Greg.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna,
I have it
because
down
I'm
my
here,
name.
I'm just gonna run to the bathroom. I will obey. Verdict.
Okay.
Trying to think of dumb ways to use Mage Hand to knock something over near them and make them walk the other direction. We're good.
You don't have ghost sound, do you?
No, I wish.
Oh, okay.
Hi, kitten.
I can move things with Ghost Hand, talk into people's brains, clean shit, and shoot people with ice.
Perfect.
Fun.
It's the only time I've ever cleaned anything for myself. It's just these idiots.
That's right. That's what the spell's for.
You can measure stuff.
Well, sneak past them, or do we try to knock them out as we go up there?
They're
Knock
only,
it out.
they're only like, what, 20 feet away from him?
Yeah.
So whatever we do to them, I was thinking, we could drag them away.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he'll see all that.
Right.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, the art is a point for this shit.
Yeah.
I like that like, illustration and painting
Great.
style.
Yeah. Hey, Greg.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Greg. Greg.
Greg don't like nobody but Anna, so
Oh,
you can expect to get sassed if you pet the Greg.
We just observed the Greg.
Hey, Greg.
Greg.
She is my crisp.
She's real smart and she's real interested in people, but she don't trust nobody but Anna.
And she has no idea Hansel is this close to her.
Yeah, she fucking hates Hansel times a billion.
Yeah. It's like a high-ranking, very serious executive hanging out with a frat boy.
But he's so sweet, though. Yeah, she can't imagine hating that little face.
I don't know if we can take four monsters.
She generally tolerates or accepts women a little easier than men, I think, on the average. But
Unless you're my
Stuff that we
dad.
do to them.
She likes
Pick
Chris,
'em up
her dad,
before, but
doesn't
if
think
they-
much of me,
If we make enough noise that other people.
and most other dudes, nah.
Hi, kids.
She's a feminist.
It's true. Yeah, Graham, you got another
We
one.
could make street outside the camp.
Hi, other kitten. I'm not gonna touch you because I know you like your person.
Or set a set fire.
One time I tried to touch you and you went.
They'll go. He won't go.
You do?
Say to me. That was rude.
Just a reminder, but you guys did bring along some
She's just looking at me.
explosives.
Yeah. Ooh,
We were just talking about
fire.
Oh,
Yeah, we're like maybe
To draw them out.
Just
Just like, Mom.
because the big guy won't go, but those guys will go.
Could perhaps step right outside the camp and start a fire. Draw 'em out.
most of the camp is asleep at the moment. Only the ones standing near the campfires are awake and on watch, and they're not watching as well as they could.
So if we rolled up close enough to them, we could get stuff
Fast.
on them.
If you were really fast and aggressive, you could walk up and maybe kill one of the leaders, or walk up to the leader's tent, chuck a pipe bomb in it, and keep running. The prisoners that they have, the nerds, as he said, are somewhere over here to the west, across the camp. Oh, maybe 80 or 100 feet to the west of you, across the camp. Tough to see them from here, but that's where he pointed.
Can we get the nerds out without being caught?
Probably not.
The other consideration about pipe bombs, though,
Yeah.
if you catch one of the artifacts in
Yes, we destroy our
the
money.
radius of the pipe bomb, it will be gone.
So precision killing.
You will cost yourself a lot of money.
We do want that bag.
Want the moolah.
Everything I do is for the bag.
We got you covered.
I don't have to say this though. I'm just still.
I'm messaging you what we're discussing.
Yeah. Okay.
We won't blow up the artifacts. We know you want your money. Okay.
So what's the plan then?
Cheers.
Precision.
I want to ask this Skanktown killer one more thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, if we were to walk up to this Breg guy, what's he gonna do to us?
Probably kill you or fight you or scream and tell everybody else to kill you. He likes telling everybody to kill people.
So he's not one of those weaklings that just likes to chatter.
He's not just a politician.
I don't know.
Hey.
He's the toughest guy in our gang.
Okay. Thank you. Now, somebody retie that gag.
Yeah.
I got you.
So can they see out of the tent? Like, is it open? The leader?
You believe they are asleep. Like, I know you guys can see the tokens from
Yeah.
here, but what you see over in that tent is some sleeping bags with people in them.
Is the tent with Bragg and Krissa, is it?
It
see
is partially open because it's open on the fire side. They want the heat from the fire to come in.
I feel like we gotta take out the two goons to get to them.
Yep.
Yeah, well, we can.
No choice.
Get in there quickly and quietly.
If you run in super fast with surprise,
Yeah.
those two will not have time to get in your way or stop you or run past them.
Do a little like, neck thing, you know?
Look here, bitch.
If you sneak up on someone in this game and you get the jump on them, you can do what's called a coup de grace. It's almost impossible to survive. It's either the neck twist or a
Ooh,
stab in
cool.
the neck or its throat slit.
Wow, I'm very agile.
You know, the reverse cock punch.
What skills are usually involved in that? Or does it
Oh, it's an
vary?
attack. You use your weapon or you use martial arts, but your weapon is the best.
Guys, hammer time.
Go with you, get the other one.
Hammer. The hook hammer is a hammer on one end and a sharpened hook on the other. And the hook is for like punching through armored targets. But the hammer is best for coup de grace. Because you just literally hit someone in the head with a hammer and they don't know it's coming. It's pretty impossible to survive.
Gross but efficient death. One could call it ethical.
Yay!
I agree. I would want to
Humane, even.
I would want to be killed instantly.
Yeah, I would want to be hammered in the back of the head for sure. Would love to be hammered in the back of the head.
I don't think you would feel it for that long.
Yeah, I don't think you'd even know.
Yeah.
I mean, your brain quit sending out pain signals.
Yep.
What
You
is
just-
pain?
You just wake up in heaven on your way to the licking hole.
Does anybody want me to run in there and coup de grace?
Yes.
Yes. Do it.
Well, let's do this then. Let's go ahead and roll initiatives. You can bring up your combat tracker by right-clicking the little cross swords button next to the chat button at the
No.
top right.
Not me, though, I safely assume.
You should roll 2, just
Okay.
since everybody gets on the turn tracker. And we're in what's called the surprise round. You'll see the bad guys in the initiative list, but they don't get to do anything yet because they are surprised. And Lou, Graham, would you show Sarah where to roll initiative?
I've got it. But
Oh, you got it?
Like, okay, like these Galida, what do I need to do?
Hop up to this, the cross swords,
There we go.
and then click this dice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the buttons are sort of funky the last patch or so.
Will Lou be able to hit them both?
I appreciate you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
She'll probably kill one, assuming that is
Okay.
probably not completely silent. The other guy
Yeah.
will get a perception check. If he doesn't roll absolute piss, he notices that some man next to him has been hit in the head with a hammer.
So with initiative right behind her, I should follow and whack the other one so they'll
Yeah.
sound the alarm. Okay.
So, the bad guys are surprised. So we will go... Oh, we didn't get to pick a hype track for Agu yet.
The hype tracks are the best part. It's so fun.
Me too, it's...
Everyone has a hype track. It plays on your turn in combat. It's sort of like your music that you walk down the ramp before wrestling.
Okay.
And I'll just give you one that's sort of appropriate for your like super serious gothy
Okay.
approach. So this is Agu's turn.
Yeah. Did you pick that?
No.
That's
I did.
great. I made sure my hype track was Charlie XCX.
Of course.
Yeah.
Perfect hype track for super serious goth mommy.
Yes.
So Agu, you realize that the group is about to run in and kill. Where do you want to go? You want to go in first? You want to wait for them? What do you want to do? Lou's coming right behind you.
Guess I'm gonna go with them.
Okay. Who do you want to go murder? You want to run for the bosses? You want to run for these two targets nearby? So you can go 30 feet with, you get basically 2 things you can do on your turn.
Okay.
You can move and hit someone, or you can move and then move some more.
Okay.
And a base move for you is 30 feet. So what you would do is say, I move 30 feet towards the bad guys, and I'm only halfway there. I'm going to trust the party to hit these nobodies, these jabronis.
Yeah.
And Agu then runs in here and prepares to murder. You're out of time, but this took your turn is 6 seconds. So she sprints past these guys, and they're like, she just silently runs past them, runs into the tent where the bosses are, and finds 2 people mostly asleep, not really aware.
Snoring.
They're certainly surprised. That's your turn, and then it is the turn of.
You look like the 4th of July. Hot dog real bad.
Okay.
Be Lou's turn.
So good.
I completely forgot that was it. Oh, I shouldn't have forgotten. I did it.
That's very funny.
I did it and then forgot. The thing is, in Foundry per week, I create hundreds of sounds or pieces of art or whatever. I literally forget what I did. It's lovely. I get to experience it.
When I picked Staying Alive for Kwame's
Well done.
out of your
Yeah.
library.
The weirdest multi-layered death threats in chat right now. Like if Enrique is dumb enough, I'm sorry, he kills Shafa.
We just
Ouroboros of death.
The main guy who's going from Mountain View.
You were, I think the plan was for you to go for these jabronis by the fire.
Yes. You kill one of them, we'll go for the other one.
Okay, let's party.
Okay.
One of these Skanktown killers.
Kick some ass.
Okay,
We believe in you.
Take the dog, dumbass.
I'm taking the dog.
Dumbass.
Okay, so
These gangs, they're trying to kill me.
That's a great one. Tsunami.
Skanktown gangs.
Are you able to drag her?
I don't know how far is far. Like how
She will do what's called a charge. It's where she just runs,
Is,
runs all out, hammer above her head, tongue lolling out of her head like a wild beast.
I want.
And what do I do? Like, do I?
When you get there, you'll go to your inventory button. You'll go to where's hammer time?
Hammerhead.
Proof that
I don't-
Hammerhead and hook
can
it.
fast.
Book for that.
Yeah, you want hammerhead, or wait, is there an option for?
Charge.
It's the option for charge. That's what you want.
Okay, and then I got choose an action, hammerhead, hook, and charge. Just
You
charge.
want charge, and then you want to check the box for power attack and charge. You see little check boxes?
Yes. Just
And then do a single attack.
Yay!
Lou sprints in, runs up the back of this picnic table, kicks over a bowl of cheese, causes Taylor to go, and then Lou just jumps to the height. She jumps a lot higher than you think. She's got ups, and she brings the hammer down on the back of this person's head, which explodes like a watermelon all over the all over the fire.
I love it.
They are instantly brutally killed, and the person next to him goes, "So yeah, I was like, no fucking."
I look at him like,
And then you're there, covered in blood and brains, going.
Good God.
I have arrived.
Well, it says I collided with the wall, and
Well, the pores have started to fight.
now we have to finish it.
Pores. The gangs are trying to.
All right. Well, let's see here. Is it worth using a spell to strike on a coup de grace? Okay.
Since you had to move, you guys aren't coup de grace. You're just running up and blowing them up.
So this was her.
You run in and jam the sword elegantly, accurately, perfectly between two neck vertebrae, severing the spine, and then you rip a shocking grasp through the blade, exploding the neck and part of the chest, the bottom of the skull. The top of the head goes rolling off the side of the shoulders. Hideous.
Turn back to them.
He was
Christ, was it massacre time?
the person was inhaling to go and then and you turn and you are covered in charred brains and blood, and Lou is covered in brains and blood and going and you low five.
Yes. Oh,
Well, Lou's standing on the picnic table, so
that's true.
regular five.
Regular fine.
I turn around to Chris. Stay. Stay. It's not time yet.
Yeah. Crisp is next to you, sees all that and go.
Their ears. Oh, the other has exploded. Never mind.
Best not miss.
So cool.
Oh, I didn't roll for Crisp. Hold
Okay,
on.
he
I
can
need
go on
to-
your initiative.
Can he?
Yeah, he has his own type track though.
Extension of you, right?
Well, he can go separately or with you. Here, I'll roll it.
Okay.
He'll go right after you.
Let's see. I'm gonna take aim at one of these gals that's right by Kelda.
The sleepers?
Yeah.
Okay. Just start lighting up bedrolls.
Yeah. It's confusing to hear you say that my character is lighting things up,
Yeah.
but it's not Alfred.
Oh, sure.
It's a different kind of lighting things up.
Understood. Understood.
All right, how many of these do I click and which ones?
You want to click deadly aim because they are asleep in a sitting duck.
And
And then
super
you
close.
can do point blank shot because they're very close to you.
Okay.
And then you can do single shot because you don't have the rapid shot.
Where's
yet.
single shot? Ah. Oh.
A terrible roll, but against a prone and sleeping target, you
These
hit.
guys are pretty.
For 11, you sink a repeating crossbow bolt into the head area of a sleeping lump,
All right.
and it does not wake up.
And
Run.
Run,
Scared
kitty.
him.
he's watching The Wire.
Yeah.
How deadly is Crisp at this size?
Yeah, pretty deadly.
All right.
I mean, it'd be a pretty awful thing to wake up to.
He's gonna run at this other sleepy boy.
Okay.
And just grab her by the neck.
Okay. Roll a bite.
Oh, right.
Or a claw.
Where does one find that in his
Under combat.
combat?
Yeah, natural attacks just appear under combat.
Which one do I choose? See.
Seems to be hidden behind your combat tracker, maybe.
Ah!
And then go ahead and do a full attack, because he pounces. Gets unlucky and misses, and claws the hell out of this person who wakes up.
I'm using reroll.
Okay, do it again.
Yay, reroll.
Okay.
It sounds
Wakes
like
up-
Minecraft eating effect.
Clawing the shit out of this person who starts screaming bloody murder, and the camp begins waking up.
Oh, God. But I thought he was gonna go for her neck.
He can't move and coup de grace in the same turn.
The two bosses.
You would have had to wait a whole round.
Oh. He couldn't just like run it.
And actually, he's not, at this point, he's not sophisticated enough to coup de grace. He just attacks like a wild animal.
Well, then I'm still confused why he wouldn't know to go for a neck.
He just didn't do enough damage. He's small.
Small boy.
Small.
He does not instantly kill the person. I mean, this is like, you know, a sledgehammer and a lightsaber versus...
A tiny claw.
Yeah, I thought you said he was pretty deadly.
He is.
Doesn't sound like it.
He nearly killed the person, but he didn't quite do it. Okay, surprise, so it doesn't get to do anything.
But she's now woken up the entire camp.
They'll get a roll. It was bound to happen.
I lost initiative.
So, who do we have left?
The other thing is,
Or, I guess in front of me.
Talus is either going to watch this entire combat or fire a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well-
everyone will be woken up by that, if not by
We're
Chris.
kind of massacring them all already.
Well, it is the anniversary of Revenge of the Sith.
Is it? Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's what
We gotta kill ourselves some young ones.
One of the options when I choose Claw for Crisp is High Ground.
You
I have the high ground.
should make that his
Yes.
hype track.
Don't you say that again.
You're my brother.
I do already have in Foundry. You underestimate my power.
I
It's in there.
hate you.
You can put that in there.
Should be very good.
Can I use my, is it like Q3 or?
Yeah, if you want to just go knife this this guy that Crisp is fighting.
As someone who also has a Q3,
There you go.
I approve.
Go for Zakukri. It's much quieter. Crisp starts tearing this guy apart, and he starts screaming, and you walk over, and it's 2 dinosaur claws and a dagger coming at him, and combination brings him down. So he doesn't get to scream.
Shut the fuck up.
Thank God.
Shut the fuck up.
Both of them.
My hype track.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Call it classic. I get money, you get mad because the bank's shut.
Well, as your party murders 4 of his colleagues in 3 or 4 seconds, the person that you are standing over is like, "We got no beef here, bro."
It'd probably be a good idea for me to kill this person, right?
No, totally not a good idea.
What's the vibe that I get from like the people around me?
Your team or the enemy team?
My team.
Your team is in a murderous frenzy.
We're covered in blood.
They're covered in blood and
I'm
brains.
in the tent with the two big wigs. Just chilling.
I didn't have any idea that this was gonna happen, right? Or did it? Was this planned ahead of
I
time?
was about 90. No, I was 110% sure this would happen.
You
You know, if we leave, this person is now scared into compliance, and they seem to know stuff about where the other
We may need
grad students went. I think it's worth keeping them alive.
I'm gonna restrain them and just keep them.
Yeah.
They are tied up.
Okay.
They are partially gagged. They're really just whispering to you like, hey, it's cool, man.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, you're good, but I'm
Yeah.
also gonna ready a shot with my short bow.
Okay.
There you go.
Right on.
Yep.
Now, there has been some noise in the camp.
Oh lord.
These people are stirring,
Okay.
partially from muffled screams to the south, partially from chunks of brain and skull landing all the way over here.
Sorry.
And so, Ague, you have the drop on him,
Mm-hmm.
but the boss of the camp is trying to get up out of his sleeping bag in front of you, and so is the second in command next to him.
Okay.
What do you want to do? It's your turn. You got the drop on him.
Let's kill or attack Brett.
Okay. Ague draws a long, curved elven sword off of her back and holds with two hands, flips it forward, and stabs it straight downward. Give him the good stuff. Make sure you click power attack.
Okay. Let's see.
Probably inventory.
Inventory. Okay.
Oh, yes, inventory, sorry.
You said power attack?
Yeah, Elven Curve Blade, and do check power attack, and then do a single attack.
Okay.
And you crit.
Fuck!
First time playing with us. First crit with us.
Well done.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I
Have you played
think
D&D before?
No.
No.
You're a natural.
I think Tony and Lou will both witness this.
Yeah.
But Ague steps over, stands, and takes this sort of weird, like, wound up baseball swing and waits. And with one foot, she kicks Greg. And he sits up and goes, huh? And she goes, takes his head clean off. Absolutely set him up. His head rolls off the back, and then she's already wound up for the next swing, looks at
Didn't
Creasa,
throw
who
it.
wakes up, opens her eyes, and does not sit up and goes,
We are
Amazing
establishing
choice.
dominance. Oh my god.
Right, we are.
We're murdering gang
We've
people.
one-shotted every person.
Yeah.
Good job, everybody.
Fuck. Before they ever even touched us.
Antonio just watching the show.
Yeah.
Thank you for the slow clap.
We love you.
She stays.
You look like a
Yay!
Makes me want to do real bad.
That high track saw is gonna fry me.
Okay. Let's see.
I promise to never get used to it for 10 levels.
Probably not.
10.
Like the one in class that still gets everyone every time.
God
Which
damn
one
it.
is it?
Pussy good, pussy sweet.
Oh, that one got me.
One of the students chose it, and he regrets it so much.
Every time.
The rest of us are like, no, you're not changing it.
We all just stop what we're doing and dance along. That's very good.
We want some help up there. Or
Lou, you're standing on the table
I am.
looking for your next victim. You see guards way over to the west by a campfire by the tent with the nerd prisoners in it,
I see him.
looking across the camp at you in shock. And you hear Creasa, a voice next to Ague, say, "This is Creasa. Brig's dead. Stand down. Don't fight them.
Dude.
Just stand still. Stop." And she's looking at Ague like,
Is that good?
Bragg's dead. I'm in
Do
charge.
you want me to baseball at your head?
She says, Bragg's dead. I'm in charge, and they are. This lady here's in charge.
I'm the captain now.
You
I'm the
you are the queen of Skanktown.
I'm the captain now.
That's definitely an episode
Queen of
title.
Skanktown.
You're the queen of Skanktown now.
That needs to be the title, like, actually.
I didn't know that's what Scottish Carmen San Diego would sound like. I enjoy it.
And you're very Scotland.
Ah, she's an Islander.
Aye.
So I
You
guess
should have
want to
heard.
change your
You should have
face?
heard Bragg when you cut his fucking eat off.
Well, if we
You want
keep
to
it from
change
sea
your
levels, we
face?
can speak with it.
Oh,
Don't ya?
some of us love to speak with heed.
Yes.
That's how it's pronounced. Heed.
We haggis.
Well,
Idiot.
we're about to quit in time. Should we pause here and next time you guys can interrogate your entire
Somebody on my first
your
count.
entire town of victims?
Absolutely. And
You prefer the term.
I assassinated.
Messages.
I looked at, as soon as I rolled, I was like,
I mean,
okay, that's a
friends.
good roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're putting those inherited butchery skills to work.
Well, you guys can check. You can go peek if you wish over here. You're out of combat if Teresa has them all stand down. They're not
I
going
like
to
the
attack.
nerds.
I'm gonna just.
The nerds are over here if you wish to go gawk at
Hi,
them.
nerd.
It's not gonna let me move Kelda.
How do I look
Fuck
at
it, child.
like
Okay.
Standing on the
Good,
table
right.
covered in blood.
big?
Don't forget my victim over
Big?
here.
How
Go-
about
The nerds, they're so cute.
I'll put them in the Discord.
Sweet.
Aw, I'm a
They make
nerd. You're
that.
This is Draco Malfoy.
For sure, for sure.
I love the nerds. They're so precious. We should protect
Kitties.
All right, grumpy pants. Go to bed.
It's cat war time.
Cow.
Those two. She spends a great deal of her energy on cat diplomacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have reached the nerds. 3 research assistants are alive, and Professor Martin is here in their custody.
Hooray. I love how they all look exactly the same.
Nerd, nerd, nerd.
I make a lot of art for Foundrygram, but I ain't making 15 different grad students.
Damn, Professor.
You mean we all look the same? I'm kidding.
Please tell me
Hello,
this is the
nerds.
origin
We're
of
here to help.
Brian's. They started.
It's
as
the
little-
origin of GMing. You don't make 20 NPCs.
No, but just imagine this is the Bryans before they like discovered the gym.
Aw.
They were traumatized out of being nerds.
Like
I comics have a clown nose.
It's a Brian origin.
Oh, he does have a clown
so
nose. I thought he actually had one, and then I was like, oh.
Damn. Yeah. We're glad y'all are alive. We get so much more.
We are.
We're glad you guys are alive.
Yeah, let me get the blood off my face to talk.
You guys are looking. You guys are like peering at her through fucking wood and rock got like bars with a lock on it. She's beat to shit, barely alive, and you're looking through the bars, going, "She's worth $2,000."
We're here to help. Wring the blood out of my hair.
Have you ever heard
Philosophical
the phrase,
debate
"Lend me
about
your
whether
ears"?
motive.
Well, we can get them to take us to the bodies of the other nerds.
You're talking about turning each one of them in twice by cutting off their ear and
Yeah.
then also turning them in alive.
They're
Missing an
worth your
ear,
money alive, you ghoul.
which obviously would not fool anyone. Yeah, ghouls.
No, the grad students aren't. So it's 10 alive or dead.
But,
The
you know,
professor is.
the
Incidentally,
professor-
I didn't ask it to, but when I wrote up the visual descriptions for Breg and Creasa,
Yeah.
GPT said, Creasa, called Red Cap for the grimy hat she never removes. She's meaner than a gut-shot ghoul and twice as hard to kill.
It is Carmen San Diego.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing I took care of her last thing.
Once, rumors say she once strangled a man with her own belt after a dice game gone wrong.
She sounds like my kind of woman.
Well,
You want to change your fate.
maybe she's the queen of Skanktown if you don't want to be.
Fine.
We support you, Kelda. Be careful.
Yeah, money is more important to me.
I'm gonna put a sign on my door at the office. Queen of Skanktown.
We have to separate the
I'm kidding, I'm kidding,
the
I'm
real
kidding.
world. I mean, you can if you want.
Oh.
If anyone asks me about it, I'm gonna be like, it's some Gen Z shit. I don't know. I'm gonna go full boomer.
I exude skankness at the office.
I'm gonna just pause him for a second. This man just got an MFA in D&D, and he's the one lecturing you to separate D&D from real life.
Well, that's actually
Oh, the turntables.
Out of the turntables.
My mass shootings. Am I shooting anyone up?
Yeah, not so far.
Not yet.
Oh, please
Not
don't
at all.
tell that.
I'm still
Okay.
young.
I'm gonna stop.